All right, welcome back, everyone. I am glad to be live again. It's been, nearly 2 months since my last live stream. So I hope everything's working again and y'all can see and hear me okay. But welcome back, everyone. Felicia, Ebony, Chris, Irksome, welcome. Hopefully I'm not missing anyone. Thanks for joining us, everyone. So yeah, crazy with work the last few weeks. Obviously, a rough couple of weeks in the U.S. and possibly from other countries. If you've been tuning into the news lately, it's been crazy. Sounded good on YouTube. Awesome. Hey, Lofa, Cowgirl Katie, welcome in. Lightbender, welcome. So yeah, I figured it was it would be good to do another live. And yeah, hope y'all are having a good Sunday. We can just chat. I'll be building some more on the Tavern since it's getting close to being done. I am obviously super excited for the next Enshrouded update. Crazy. Time is just flying by. It's going to be October before we know it for the water biome. And yeah, I absolutely cannot wait for that. So we could talk a bit about that if any of you have any questions about the update, anything. So it's good to connect with you all again. Yeah, hey Marty, welcome in. Alpha, welcome. Ito, welcome in. Hope y'all are doing well. Yeah, it has been a minute. It really has. Hopefully everyone has continued to have a good summer. Let me go ahead and launch up Enshrouded, and we can sort of get back where we left off. It's been a while since I've even sort of been in it as well. But I got to get ready. We got to get ready for the next update and everything else. Because yeah, that'll be just insanely exciting. I cannot wait. Do we know what part of October? You've been betting on the middle. Okay, so I'm gonna guess, and I don't actually know the exact day in October that it's gonna release, but I would guess somewhere like very late October, late 20s probably, based on when they have their marketing campaign planned, which is in early November. And I think that late October would be a good bet. They also have a lot of different things that they are working on with the water biome. A lot of things that aren't yet functional that they had showcased in the trailer and all of that. So I would guess a little later, but we never know. We'll probably know more coming, early October. They'll probably be posting more to their socials and stuff, giving us a little bit of a better hint. We'll probably know about a week before at the very least, because they'll be scheduling their Twitch drops, I'm sure, since Enshrouded tends to do that a lot. Yeah. Hey, Michael, welcome in. Show the settings. What settings would you like to see? Just for the game? I have the game right now is on pretty much everything maximum. I have the resolution just on 1440 because I don't need it any higher. Maybe I've adjusted the field of view and sharpness a little bit and brightness. Just 0.1 kind of a thing, and then everything else is max quality currently. So, still running good for me. Hope we get more clutter assets. Yeah. I think we will. I mean, based on what they've been showing, holy cow. And if any of you haven't already watched the video that I did with Contract not too long ago, where we sort of went over all kinds of things that they had mentioned at Gamescom that he got to see in person while he was there and everything. We looked at some of the press release footage with all kinds of additional footage and sneak peeks. And yeah, so if you want spoilers and you want to know a lot about the water biome, I recommend checking that video out. The latest one that I did, sort of going over Enshrouded with that. Because yeah, a lot is happening with this water biome. It is absolutely crazy. So I'm really excited. Some AMD issues, you think? Oh no. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about that. I am not, I'm not familiar with AMD. I haven't had AMD graphics cards in the past. But yeah, just keep updating drivers and all kinds of things. They're, still being early access. They have a lot of optimizing that they do and all kinds of changes. So I think the last update, they finally fixed the whole, like, compiling shaders thing constantly. And so, yeah, they're getting there. They're getting there, but yeah, hey, Brandon, welcome in. In real life, you're afraid you need rather less clutter. Right, but we want it in the game. Yeah, yeah. Just want a chess table and telescope. Oh yeah, totally, totally. That'd be cool. And a hot tub, of course. Need the hot tub. All right, so I did do a few little tiny updates off camera that I'm just going to go over in the stream. I think I went over them in a stream not too long ago as well. But a couple of small things. I put some spider webs sort of and some snow on where the waterfalls were. Obviously, we're going to be getting real water in Enshrouded, so this will all be replaced eventually, I'm hoping. So in the meantime, though, I did some updates to all of that. You know, made it a little more realistic looking, I guess, with the ice and some foam and stuff. So yeah, the waterfalls are at least, you know, looking a little better. I've also been touching up the exterior because I'm put together like a little montage of some of my favorite builds of 2025 that I'll be posting soon. Just a little you know, cinematic of a few of them. Sort of some pass-throughs and little interior showcases. So this one obviously had to make it in because we've been working on it for a long time. And I'm happy to say the exterior is pretty much complete. I filled in the pillars here. So previously on the last like Enshrouded building stream, we just had some pillars on the corners. So I added one here and one here as well in the middle, and then added these little wooden beams underneath them, these little guys, to, I don't know, just tie things in a little better and sort of center it on where the upper window was there, and just added some more windows down here to complete the look. So that's what we've got going there. I don't have that done on the other side. I have it done on the front, so you can see on the front here I've added, again, more pillars. So the whole thing actually feels grounded now, which is really good, because that was something that I really wanted to feel like here. So you can see this side is very bland and stuff. We still got to do all the pillars over here and everything. But it doesn't look as floating now because we've finally, you know, done a little bit of work. And the big thing I want to start working on today a little more is the lower level because it's totally empty. We have some light down here now since I got some windows in, and some of the things we were talking about on some of the previous streams were the possibility of putting like a bowling alley down here, possibly like a pool table, and then just a big like brewing area, tons of barrels and, you know, classic like cellar feel sort of a thing for the tavern. Maybe a nice like grand entryway here that sort of ties in or something like that. A little water heater. Yeah, all kinds of stuff. So yeah, and I know we had a stream not too long ago with everybody on helping decorate and everything. So this level and everything else is looking really, really great. And yeah, I think it's just that lower level that needs a bit of love for this build. So that's what we'll be working on a little bit. Yeah, the webs in the ice. Yeah. I was like, now we can place them with the hunter. You just rotate them all around, do all kinds of things with those with the spider webs, and then put a bunch of snow there, and it just sort of blends the snow out, makes it look a little more like foam, which I thought was pretty cool. Yeah. The ice is so slippery, right? Yeah, I love the garland around the stairwell. I think that turned out nice. It kind of like hides the yellow blocks there, the yellow luminescent ones, and we could do some, I think we can now place vines like on the ceiling and everywhere. So it's not just limited to like on the floor and on the wall. I think they changed that. So that's a really nice. Sound Author, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be ready. Hopefully we'll be ready for the water biome. I mean, like, world-wise, I'm completely ready. The one thing I have left to do in the world is one more achievement that I'm missing, which is finding all of the flame shrines in the mountains. So I gotta go to all these flame shrines. And I think maybe there's only one or two that I haven't been to yet. But yeah, it's just one more achievement, and then I'm, like, officially 100%, you know, you don't see any quests above my camera there. Nothing is needing to be done. I gotta figure out all the controls for this game and everything here. Yeah, no, everything's 0. We just have a couple of missed ones because I've been doing the playthrough with Crimson, obviously, so I've done them. But yeah, we are fully caught up. We're ready. ready for some water biome stuff, so that'll be really exciting. Hey, Grimy, welcome in. X-Roamer, welcome. Yeah, I heard about the Grounded 2 update coming end of this month. Yeah, right. Giant tarantula and stuff. Yeah, it's there's some cool updates with that. And yeah, if any of you have been following the Grounded series, I do have one more playthrough episode planned for that I just edited. We'll post it later in the week. But yeah, that series is coming to an end. We'll have some more time for Enshrouded and everything else. But yeah, thanks for everyone who tuned in and watched some Grounded. It was a fun game for sure. Lots of fun building and everything. I'll do a tour of the end game tree build as well when it's sort of more done. But hey, Twiggle, welcome in. Definitely have some uncompleted quests in Grounded, or in, I know I've got them in Grounded, but in Enshrouded. What have I not done? I need to go activate some stuff then. Have over 200 completed. Oh wow, okay, yeah. So it's probably, so I know they did like their little cosmetics thing. Yeah, only 157. Yeah, I know there's like so many, it's insane. Also the missed ones might be also a thing that, like, if I go back and do all of them again, it's only saying 2, but when I do them, it keeps coming up with more and more and more. So it may just be because of the multiplayer thing. But yeah. Missing would be lore spawn. Yeah, okay. Yeah, because they have done some updates since, obviously, this playthrough's been going on now for a full, over a year, which is crazy. But, yeah. Yeah, finding all the lore pages is insane, right? There's so many. It's honestly crazy. And the lore is just stupidly good for this game. I love what they're doing, and that whole water biome thing that they're... Oh, man, it's gonna be so cool. I'm gonna go get some blocks. I need to figure out... Okay, backpack. Right. I need to figure out which ones I wanted to be using for this. And I think for... Yeah, we gotta pick, like, a good bowling alley block. For the floor. Something that's like... You know, I mean, maybe this would be fine. Or, I don't know, what does the refined wood look like as a floor? We gotta test some things here. Because maybe that's what we work on a little bit. Yeah, thanks, Alpha. I love the little treehouse that I was doing. I guess not so little, but yeah. Treehouse from Grounded 1. I think it's turning out really nice. Yeah, I don't like the edges around this one, maybe. I kind of want maybe more of just like, I don't really know. I don't really know what I want to do for the bowling alley floor. Maybe go to the resource world, check out some blocks and stuff, sort of make a decision that way. Try to do that. We'll see. Yeah, it is crazy how much they've updated. I know I keep getting lots of comments on that video. I don't think many people have watched to the end of the video that I posted. They will be adding water to other biomes as well, just not initially. They're focused on the water biome at the moment. But yeah, later on, it looks like we will be seeing water in other biomes added, which will be cool. You know, we'll see what they do in Blackmire or other things. Yeah, it should be really interesting. Yeah, the warmer color one. So that was the conifer wood block brand one that we've got in there right now, which I was thinking, like, out of all the ones I've seen, I actually like the conifer one the best of the Tavern. I was just wondering, like, if there's any wood style block. Like, let's see here. I know the palm wood block creates sort of the crisscross patterns. But I know, yeah, like, how does the half timber block look as a floor? I'm not, I don't remember. I just want to refresh my memory, see how this could be. Oops. I keep right-clicking to get rid of my hammer, because that's how I've been doing it in all the other games. Yeah, no. I think conifer wood is probably, I don't know, probably going to be the best bet for what I want to do. Possibly. Any other ones? Yeah. Just for like a wooden bowling alley floor or something. Yeah, the half timber, it does give a nice rustic look and stuff. It's like just around the edges though. Like I want the edges to be like as clean as possible or something like that. The shiny red blocks for bowling lanes. Oh, that could actually be kind of cool. The marble ones. I kind of like that idea, maybe. I don't know. What does the well block look like as a floor? I don't think I've tried that in a while. Oh, right, it's just kind of more like bricky stone. Yeah, not quite what I'm after. Okay. Check Discord. Okay. Hey, Carl, welcome in. More fitting for how you play survival games. Heard about the upcoming Grounded 2 updates. I'll be revamping the building system. Yeah. Wonder how big the improvements will be. I'm excited. Oh yeah, the obsidian. Maybe that could be kind of cool for the floor. Yeah. So the Grounded 2, I am letting cook a little more before I do, you know, sort of a live playthrough or something of that more. But yeah, totally irksome. Totally. Something along those lines that I want to do for the bowling alley, because they're all usually bowling alleys, at least around where I am, are usually hickory. In terms of the wood, so it's, you know, often lighter colored and stuff. But I mean, we could totally just get creative and do whatever we want here. Any kind of different like stone looks, or that was all the metal. Let's see. What do we got here? This was the Midnight Tomb block might have an interesting floor. Let's see what that would be. And then we've got all of these guys. We've got the red marble, the Midnight Tomb. Let's try some of those and just see what that would look like. They patch fix the mount system in Grounded 2. I don't know actually. I know they've been wanting to do a lot of updates in the next coming months or whatever, so it'll be interesting to see what happens with that. But oh man, I keep like accidentally deleting it. Yeah, the red could be cool, or maybe on the sides and back of the bowling alley or something. I feel like the best right now would probably be, you know, simply just that conifer wood. I don't know. We don't have any of it in this resource world, though, do we? Because this is like an old one or something. The conifer wood. This was all. And that was from the Shroud. I think we have conifer wood in here. Maybe, I'm not sure. I have some in the other world. So let's go back and let's try the conifer wood. I think probably for what I want to do. That's gonna be the cleanest. It'll be the same floor as you know, what we have in Enshrouded and stuff, but or that like brick block. I don't know. We'll see. In a car now, Irksome, no worries. Yeah, the winter update. Yeah, extra hour for Grounded 2. Yeah, all kinds of stuff. Oh yeah, the worst case, exactly, Brandon. We just go on a little bit of an adventure to find some blocks, of course. Which is totally fine, because, yeah, the conifer wood's pretty easy to make. I'm debating if I have any in here. It might be in the tavern. Gotta go look at all the stuff. But yeah, the conifer is not bad. It's a decent block for a bowling alley floor, I suppose. We could also use tables sunk into the ground, actually. I wonder if there's any tables that would sort of give that. Actually, you know what? Maybe that's what we want to do. Yeah, I think I want to do that. Okay, I'm gonna go up to the tower and deposit some of this stuff, and I want to experiment with tables sunken into the ground, because we don't have like a basement below that, and that could actually look really cool. I wonder if they're going to be doing more like weather updates, little puddles or things that we'll see with the water biome. That would be kind of cool. But they're covering a lot of the stuff on the roadmap. Base raid islands wasn't really on there as things we know just yet. But otherwise, it's going to be a lot that they add for that update, which is going to be really exciting. All right, let's add cutting boards, chains, all of this stuff, since I was just doing my bunk bed video not too long ago, but hey, Rink, welcome in. Very new to Enshrouded, newer gamer in general, love the building potential. Yeah, it is such a great game. It's one of my favorite, well, actually, probably my favorite at this point, building survival games. So if you're interested in them, I would definitely highly recommend this one. It's awesome. It is really awesome. I used to really like Valheim, and I still love Valheim, but with what these guys have been doing with Enshrouded, it is past Valheim for me in terms of my favorite game at this point, especially with the way the water biome is coming along, which is just going to be super exciting. It doesn't look like we're going to get sailing, though, so that's the only, you know, I hope that someday we get sailing and more stuff. At least we're going to be getting fishing and all of that, but... Denise, welcome in. Yeah, any game that has adventure, building, and survival is one for you, pretty much, yeah. Valheim for sailing, absolutely. Yep. Valheim is a great sailing game when it comes to survival stuff. I mean, obviously not like, you know, Sea of Thieves or like sailing-specific games. But yeah, the sailing adventures in Valheim are pretty crazy and a lot of fun, yeah. I'm looking for what we could do. Honestly, the red, because it's got a bit of a shimmer to it. Like, I want the polished wood banquet tables. Like, this could be the way to do it here. Let's get some planks out of here, because we got those. Need to go get some nails at the blacksmith. I gotta, like, refresh this resource world. I think I've been pulling some stuff, there we go. Some stuff from it. Ah, your current Viking sign needs to do some serpent hunting again. Speaking of Valheim, yeah. I'm waiting for 1.0, and then you guys, I think I will do like a full playthrough of Valheim again. It's so nostalgic, and it's such a good game. But I am waiting for 1.0. I don't like how slow they've been with a lot of the updates. And I feel like I've started so many playthroughs and not like followed through fully. I want to do like a whole forever world concept, you know, with 1.0 in Valheim. So that would be a lot of fun. And it's so nice that I can, you know, keep the same Enshrouded world throughout all of the updates. That's just something that I'm like, oh, this is so nice. Because of the whole save system and the way the flame altar is and all of that. I can't do that with Valheim. And that's something that, you know, I've just kind of been waiting it out a little bit. Yeah, X-Stormer, that's a good question for the Grounded 1 series. At the moment, so Kaz and I probably will be fighting the remaining bosses on our own and 100%ing the game at some point. For the series, though, I do have one more episode planned, and it is just finishing the story. We got to the embiggening cocktail and got all of that. But yeah, I would go a little more in depth in it. But Grounded wasn't as big a hit for the channel as some of the other games, and with the Enshrouded update coming out and everything. Yeah, it's one of those games where it's like, yeah, I'll do the story and all of that, because it's fun. And hopefully it gives a sense of how the game is for people who want to play it. Highly recommend it. But it won't be a main, like, you know, partner with the channel, so to speak. I don't think I'll be doing a lot of Grounded in the future. Hey, Isaac, welcome in. Yeah, I started playing Asuka again. Speaking of Asuka, they're doing their 1.0 update at the end of this month sometime. So I'll be doing another Asuka stream. You should join in again, Isaac. And I've got another key to give away for that. So I would love to have some of you on. Asuka's an awesome game, and they've been doing some really crazy updates. Really awesome for a small dev team. Yeah. Yeah, keeping the world between updates is great. Yeah, for Enshrouded, it's so nice. Yeah. Hooked already? Yeah. Have 4 of the people in it. Nice, Rink. Yeah, it's such an awesome game. I hope you enjoy it. It really is. Really is cool. So do we want to do a double bowling alley, you guys? With how this is looking, I guess, yeah, this is about the width of a bowling alley too. If I compare it to like my character, we can use Q and the scroll wheel basically to like, you know, at the thing and then like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 maybe. I don't know, raised up. That's like that's cool because what we've got going on. Do I have my torch in my... Oh, I do. Here we go. I want to, yeah, see, it's got like that reflective waxy texture on it, which that could look really cool. And if I can sort of chain them together, let's see what happens here. If I like overlap them a little bit, let's see. Okay, that'd be like the second one. Oh yeah, that's pretty subtle. That looks good. I think we go with that. How am I gonna do the ball return? Yeah, Irksome, we're gonna have to rig some crazy stuff up, you know? We're gonna have to add bowling and Enshrouded. Yeah, it'll all just be imaginary, you know? I'm gonna put the little gutters on the sides, though. I've got some ideas and things, but yeah, I gotta do the ball return. Love the Grounded series. Feel like it'll be sad to see it go. Yeah, extra. I mean, I hope to do like a Grounded 2, you know, sort of a live playthrough when that is a little more ready. So definitely stay tuned for that. And yeah, it was definitely a fun game. I also just have to look at like what's best for the channel in some cases, and the Grounded videos were not as much of a hit. I think the initial turnoff of some of the graphics, the way it's like teen and stuff, which it's interesting because it's hard to sort of look past. It's like a great game when you look past a lot of that, but it's not as I don't think people from the Enshrouded community or whatever had as easy of a time getting into Grounded. So I was really glad I got to try it, because I've been wanting to try it for a long time. But yeah, it won't be a main thing going forward as much. I want to, like I said, I want to do the tour of like the full tree build, keep working on it, doing stuff just for fun, all that kind of thing. But oh, Carl, you're working on a circular base, about 3-story tall, straight long building, wall mounts, weapons, and gear stand. Oh, that sounds awesome. That sounds super cool. Yeah, so this kind of a thing, I think this is going to work for a bowling alley. I need to get some, yeah, a lot of lights down here. But I'm thinking 2 bowling alleys in a row would be pretty cool here. So, like, I could do one here. We got to have a little bit of room for the gutters on the sides. So, let's do... Yeah, because all I need... I mean, they can be right up against the wall, right? I think so. If I do one here, and then let me go ahead and pick up these ones. We can actually like plan it out now. All right. Let me get some temporary torches or something if I have any. Maybe I've got some. We can go grab some if I don't. That way you guys can see a little better. Let's see here. I've got some chandeliers. Silver braziers, those are going to get more like a reddish light. I'll bring some chandeliers down, I guess. Those will help a bit. And I've got, oops. I've got some more stuff up here. Let's see. Go, maybe some candles. And yeah, there's the like other lanterns. Okay, this should be good. Give us a little bit of light. And also the ring of light, I think I had, yeah, here we go. Let's go into my character and grab the ring of light here. That'll make it just a little easier again. Grounded looks too kids, for you to be interested. Yeah. It's really interesting because it's like, it's also very like dark teen, like in the game itself, it's not as, it's not as kidsy as it seems from an outside perspective, but it definitely is a very specific audience. And it was also hard for me as like a YouTuber who's been doing mainly Valheim and Enshrouded. And I think sticking more to the dark fantasy building feel is just more what I like enjoy sinking a lot of hours into. I think Grounded was like a really fun story. And it was just really chill and fun, but it was less of like the game that I would sink tons and tons of hours into. But that's just my personal preference. You know, there's a ton of other YouTubers that just do Grounded, have a huge audience around it, obviously, because it is a big game. But yeah. Smallison, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I'm having a good week so far. Yeah, it's quite the outfit too, right? The new cosmetic, it's awesome. And with the ring of light, it looks kind of, it looks like I'm a ghost or something. Like the bunk bed vid. Oh, cool, yeah. Did watch the build ones in the inn. Yeah, the bunk beds was, yeah, because that bunk bed video was like a slightly refined version of what I built up here. So I took the designs that we sort of came up with up here, and then, you know, you can see here I used the item frames around them rather than the cutting boards and other things. But now that we've got cutting boards and all of that, that bunk bed video was like, that's the one to watch. I gotta update these ones actually. Because yeah, I took that design and then, you know, a bit of enhancements to do the bunk bed video. And then of course probably we're gonna get bunk beds in the game someday, but you never know. Yeah, I'm building a bowling alley today. Yep, that's what we're gonna try to do in the basement here. We've got some ideas, and I want to sort of make it like the brewing game room down here. That's the plan anyway. So I'm going to do what I want to do. Maybe some lanterns on the pillars here. Yeah, this could be good, just for a little bit of light in the main room, and then let's do a few on the sides of the windows, maybe. Again, these are all temporary. They'll be taken down at some point, but that'll just give us a little more light in here maybe for now. So you guys can see a little better, but ground is stylized in a way. It turns off Valheim Enshrouded fans. Yeah, more gritty environments. That's a good way of explaining it. Right. Can at least stream the optional bosses. Yeah. I would consider doing more lives and stuff. And speaking of that, I think future games, like even games that I'm really stoked about, you know, things like Light No Fire and such, I think I'll be doing playthroughs, most of them at least, live from now on for the channel. You know, like full-on playthroughs, I'll title them with episodes, redo thumbnails after the fact, things along those lines, because the editing time for just episodes, given how busy I am with work, especially in the summers and everything, I'd love to have more of that time to do more build videos and guides and things along those lines. And I think with playthroughs in general, it's just really fun to connect with you guys, live to do them. You know, it's fun having, like, you know, even if multiple of you are like playing the game at the same time or other things, and we're like finding stuff together and all of that. And then I could go off and, you know, do the videos in the same playlist that are, you know, building the starter house or doing this or guides for that. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? I've been considering it a little bit more to sort of free up a little bit of time and still connect with you guys a little bit more. Yeah, then we can do like more episodes, more in-depth stuff with the playthroughs. Yeah, they're a little longer. But I think that way I can do more, you know, guides and builds and things. Have a little more time for that. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, Shroud is one of the best games you ever played. Just keeps getting better, right? Need more detail videos? Yeah, oh yeah. For Enshrouded, like with, you know, kitchen decoration and all kinds of stuff. I want to do some more of those. Been bowling professionally for 5 years now, so love that you're building one. Oh, cool. That's awesome. Yeah. A little more live streams. Nice to talk with streamers. Yeah, I think it's just a fun way. And, you know, when we've got a playthrough going, there's always like a story. It's easy to do live, and I feel like that could be a nice thing to do. So with this, I'm gonna go back by, let's see here. What do we got going on here with like the back bowling section? Maybe right here where that line is, I'm gonna do the start of the table. So let's do it right here. And okay, I do think raising it up by exact like flush, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 is, yeah, maybe, I don't know. Maybe we just have it like literally almost flush with the floor. I'm not sure. Because 12 is the equivalent of 1 block high. But maybe I want it to be a little lower than that. We'll sort of plan out some things first, and then what am I planning to use as pins? I'm thinking the little bottles. They have like little bottles that are like a solid color that I think would look good for the pins. Something along those lines, and then they've got like these little globes for the that I could do for the bowling balls or something like that. But yeah, we'll see. Hey Pixie, welcome in. Yes to the guides and builds. A bit late for you. Say hi and good night. We'll definitely watch this later. No worries. Thanks for stopping by. Like the live stream because of live feedback. Yeah, troubles being here at all times, sudden trips. Yeah, no, totally. And that's where like I would keep them up as VODs on YouTube when it's part of like a playthrough for sure. Yeah. No worries, X-Roamer. Thanks for stopping by. Wondering how the water might interact with props. Currently rain. Yeah, it goes through them and everything. Right. That'd be interesting, Joe, to see how that would be the case. It looks like really crazy good from what I've seen. You know, we saw the clip even just in the trailer where it's running down through the grates in the floor that are tipped sideways. So like that makes me think, like, say we place a table and some windows in water, that the solid pieces are gonna block the water, but like it'll flow through all these little gaps and interact with it well. So it looks very promising. Yeah. Picaldo, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Doing some farming now. Nice. Yeah, Inger, welcome in. Yeah, I've got some plans. Smallison, I'm hoping this will work. I'm trying to figure out how to, you know, the whole back thing with sort of the pins in the end there. I think this would be about the length of like an alley or something, and then have like a little box or something back here with where the pins are with some cool like lighting or something. I don't know. Something along those lines. And we'll do like, all right, yeah, that there, and we've got the gutter, and then a thing in the middle of them. All right. So if that one goes down here, and then let's just put it like, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then having, you know, a slightly raised middle section with maybe benches or, I don't know, something like that. Planning another clutter party? Yeah, maybe, Joe. Once we get sort of the outline done for the basement, that could be fun. That could be fun for sure. Hey, Kongville, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, green and blue spheres, something along those lines. Yeah. Have any tips for someone like you? Has done every quest, have no more build ideas in Enshrouded. Honestly, just like, maybe you see a picture or something and you're like, hey, I want to build that, and then just go for it. You know, I feel that sometimes for sure. And sometimes I'll even do lots of different repeats of builds of like, oh, I did a Hobbit house, but then it's like, oh, I want to do a different one with a slightly different design or integrated in a different way or combining two designs that I've done into one or something like that. And then you just kind of get into it and do it. I mean, those of you who've known, we've been working, you know, slowly chipping away at this tavern for many months. And I take breaks from it, come back to it. And that's, yeah, it keeps it interesting and keeps it fun. If I don't, you know, if I just don't have ideas or like, I want a little break from it, that's the purpose of having like a couple games that I do every now and then. You know, I was like, okay, I could do a grounded playthrough because I was sort of waiting for Valheim stuff and Enshrouded stuff and all of that, and felt like that, and so yeah, I'd say just kind of go with the flow, take breaks if you need, and anytime you think of an idea or whatever, just go ahead and do it. Yeah, hey Dara, no water till October. Very soon though. Yeah. Hey Mosey, welcome in. Cannot hold yourself back any longer for the 1.0 release and finally start playing yet, right? It's gonna be in spring of 2026. It's gonna be coming up. They're doing tons of work with this game, that's for sure. No worries, Arksum. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, you built a boat in the sky, complete with sails. Also built a spaceship in the sky too. Nice. Yeah, you can do all kinds of things in this game. All kinds of like different landscapes and all that stuff, for sure. So these are 3 blocks wide, sort of officially, and we've got enough for like 2 gutters in the middle if I did it like that. I guess I gotta plan out the basement a little more here. I could do the bowling more in the center. I like this window being here. I could do 2 windows on the sides though and do like bowling stuff more central, or have it be like a bowling alley here and then maybe like cornhole or something over here, just to have like a little bit of a mix-up or something like that. And then I guess it's okay if both the little troughs kind of touch each other, because that's about the room we have right here. I suppose that would work out. It's not like as normal of a bowling alley would be, but I think this could work. And then we can have 2 of them on this side, sort of just a little bit of like an alleyway or hangout area in the middle, and then some cornhole and other stuff over here. And then on this side, yeah, we could have the pool table, another little bar or something, and then a bunch of barrels along the wall. Something along those lines. We'll see. Yeah, can their little railings be used? Yeah, we could do that. Uh-huh. Didn't think you'd ever see this tavern again. Oh no, Dean. We'll be seeing it plenty. I still got tons of work to do on the Forest Village. Just take some breaks sometimes. Yeah, it could be cool to do some little railings and things. I was thinking for the gutters, I could try to use those troughs for the animals. And in fact, do I have a little workbench up here that could access some stuff for that? I don't know if I had a workbench in the tavern. If I don't, I should put one up here for sure. Do I not have one in here? Maybe. Yeah. Or just the carpenter and everything else. I'll head over back to the flame altar and see what we've got for some options. I could build them from scratch, but I was also thinking possibly the little troughs for the animals could work out. The new biome will have a level cap of 45, so it's going to be an extra 10 levels from what we are now. It's going to be something that you'll be doing after the mountain biome in terms of progression for the water biome. Yeah, I was expecting it to be a little bit lower game, sort of in between like Blackmire and the next biomes and stuff, and it will be located in between Blackmire and the mountains. The water biome is going to be right in this big area that's currently Deadly Shroud and off limits. But yeah, the main entrance will be off the mountains, and it'll be, you know, sort of like a very hidden, secretive biome, you know, sort of El Dorado type vibes where you reveal, and it'll be interesting to see how it sort of weaves in with the lore and everything. But yeah, that's the current plan anyway with the devs. Not a big fan of Discord. I really want this community to see your builds. Guess you'll have to bite the bullet on that. Yeah, Alpha. It's I've enjoyed Discord so far. I think for what it is, it seems like a really great platform, and it's been fun sort of having that community over there. All right. So yeah, in this case, do we have any sort of trough-looking things up here? Not really. I could, you know, use like benches at an angle or something. You know, there's all kinds of stuff that I could do. But if I could figure something out that's like all rounded and things, that could be really awesome. That's what I was kind of thinking. Let's see here. Yeah, these guys, like what would, let's just craft some of these and oh, those are, well, bigger than I thought. They are 2 blocks wide, but maybe we could still, I don't know, maybe we could still get them to work. Let's see. Oh yeah, railing side by side for the troughs. That could also work too.
Hello.
Yes, because they sort of have, well, yeah, I guess it depends. They sort of have the little, what if I like did that? Well, yeah, I'd kind of want to, yeah, it's a little like sharp and I don't know. Yeah, this is like, it's a little too big, I think. If I put it like that, and then that becomes like the edge there. But then it's all got these like blockages and other things, so yeah, the bottom side of railings. All right, let's try that. Let's try some stuff here. Let me go put these away. I'm just gonna be sort of clogged with a bunch of extra things that I'll use someday maybe, but here, I'll put them in these chests, I guess. Sort of more terrain stuff. Okay. Yeah, I will, I'll get railings and see how those might look. The other option was to possibly use these little, you know, staff wall mounts and sort of like create my own circle thing with them of some sort. Which could be done. We'll see. Yeah, let's look at the bottom or railings or something. See if I have any up here, and if I don't, I'll go in and get some. Let's see. Oh yeah, because the underneath, at least, yeah, the fine wood railings, I think, is what you're talking about. I could go make some of those, and maybe those would work actually. Okay, so I've got the angled ones, which I could like rotate, because they look like they might have a little like, they do have like a little cutout on the bottom. I see what you're saying, but yeah, let's try these and see what the bottom looks like. Oh, these ones kind of have, oh wait, yeah, because two of them side by side. Maybe. Let's try this. All right, if I kind of do, you know, rotate them like this, then yeah, they do have like the little angle on them for sure. All right, so that's straight down. And if I put it sort of, let's see here. I'd have to kind of like free place them maybe, but maybe this will work. Let's try. If I kind of have it on the table, and then do a little bit of maybe that height roughly. And then I gotta like raise this up to that same height. There we go. And then maybe it goes like there. That could maybe work. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And then trying to do, yeah, I don't know. There's that, and then if it had, you know, another one here to sort of create just, yeah, an edge to the lanes. It definitely works. It's a lot of free placing to line it all up, but that's not a bad option. I'm gonna grab some little item frames and see how those would work as well, or just anything else that looks possibly curved or something. Let's grab some of those. The benches, yeah, I think I don't know, benches, yeah, we can't rotate anything we can really sit on, so at least not as of this update. Okay, let's try some of these. So if let's see, go into first person, and then rotate, let's see, probably want it to be, well, I want it to like go, oh, here we go. I want it to go flip around. If anyone can do it, it's you. I'll try. I'll try. Let's see. If I do this and then, all right, so that rotates it maybe more like, if I do 4 or something for the first one, and then, oh, I'd kind of want it to be like a little bit higher, actually. Can I, yeah, there we go. And then, let's see. Can I rotate it that way and then have it be like under here? Not really. That's a little tricky. Yeah, chat does have great ideas. It's so much fun doing building with all of your suggestions. And then, let's see, going that way. Oh, this kind of works, okay. If I sort of raise it up and then, oh, that's not working, never mind. Okay, let's try to do like a 6, 7, 8 as kind of a halfway point there. And then we could spin it. Oops. Why'd I sort of... Well, yeah, I guess I'd have to sort of spin it around the other way. So if we do like 3 here, just to sort of test it out. I'd have to raise them or like lower the tables more, but lowering the tables could work. That's fine. Okay, and then I go back to them here. First person, go this way. Okay, there. Yep. Actually, I want it there. And then I'd want to do oh, the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then maybe, oh, okay, that could work. I mean, again, they'll be kind of like V-shaped, but let's just like mess around with this a little bit. I'd hide like the sides, and then with the table itself, I'd want to put it more down, so let's go flush with the ground and then like just raise it up to basically be like that. So that could work. We could use those things for a little trough around. And that has snapping, so they'll all line up okay there. And then for the very edges, or for like the corners of them, what we can do is just take these pieces again, put the rotation on, and then lower them down a little bit to sort of just like have a nice little like edge on it or something. Maybe that could work. We'll see. 2 troughs upside down. Oh, the railing in the middle to separate the 2 gutters. Oh, okay. Maybe. I'll go get them. I'll go get a couple of them back. We could try to see. I don't know. I'm gonna put them over here. They're very big, but it's true that upside down, maybe these could work. We'll just have to do like a little trough design kind of down here and stuff. Test some things out. All right. So if I want to do this, I can flip them and then sort of raise them. Oop, that's got to be like more. I guess that's about right. All right, so that's like 5, and then I'd have to do another one here. Let's try this. We'll flip it around. Start raising it up. All right, so that essentially, that could be, because that's 2. The issue is that with how wide these are, that's actually a cool look though, having these upside down. Like if you wanted to do a massive like log bridge or something, could be a cool idea for anyone wanting to use that, because it does look really nice. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's a little too, like, it would be too wide to fit somehow 2 troughs in this section here. Because that's where I'd have to put them. Sort of having 2 side by side right here, which would be the tricky piece, essentially. But yeah, I don't know. I'm leaning toward using this design, because it does work, and it's small, that I can sort of fit in these areas. Yeah, this was a good idea though. Or maybe I could sort of even like tilt them up a bit. What if I put them sideways? Let's see here. Oops. Okay. Oh, can I not like pick them up? Oh no. They're stuck in the floor. Goes a little E animation. Okay, whoops. There we go. Yep. Okay, let's try something here. It'd be nice if props could stack too eventually. That would be really nice. So if I put them rotated just sideways, to be basically vertical like that, how could that work? Because maybe. If I kind of had something like that on the sides, if let's try it like there, and then another one first person, and let's do move it out vertical like that. Oops. There we go. I want it going down. Yeah, I don't know. This is a little tricky because they're slightly different shaped on both sides. Okay. Well, I think that other way will work for now. To sort of get the trough shape that I'm after. This is tricky. I've never done something like this. Staff wall mount. Okay, so we'll just grab a bunch of staff wall mounts and cutting boards maybe for the sides, because those could look nice as like a side trim. And we'll just have to see how it looks. Think the thoughts could work with snapping turned off with the troughs or something? I feel like they're just too big to fit two side by side in there, even with snapping turned off. Oh, the bottom, place the tables on top to cover it? Oh, maybe. I don't know. We could try, yeah, I don't know. Well, we'll try this and then see if, you know, see how it would look. I'll do it down the middle and then on the sides, so we get a fuller picture of sort of what could happen here. So let's pick up the rest of these. This is gonna be a lot of little pieces, but nothing wrong with that, I guess. And I want to do more tables coming out. And I may have to, like, you know, replace these guys eventually when we have the official height for them, because I'm not sure what that'll be just yet. But I was thinking of coming all the way out. I want to come all the way out to the front with these, because we need long bowling alleys here. Something along these lines. If the troughs were so like Alpha, if I had them vertically like I did, you think they would look okay side by side? If you put them under the tables? Oh, maybe. Yeah, because I mean the radius is like super big though. Which is that was kind of the bigger problem, but okay, I'm gonna try this and see. We want to come out like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then come out to 3. All right, let's just do like 4 for now. And then let's do the same thing on the other side. So I'm going to reset and then put it this way. Okay. There, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to be at 45, and then okay, yeah, that's fine. The other tables are higher up, so let's just do 4. Okay. And then spin it around. Well, yeah, I guess this is kind of what I'd want to do over here. And then, okay, so snapping it on there, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try that. And then rotate it around the other way, so I think, yeah, here, okay. So let's do, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then, nope, this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oop. Wait a minute. Why is that having issues? Oh, there it goes. And then this table here, these have to go down further, so more along those lines there. And then the very top would just be like, I can put a like a cap on them kind of a thing. Yeah, creative engineering. We're trying something like that. But yeah, this way we sort of have them. It's a little it looks a little different side to side-ish or something depending, yeah, on rotations, but this does work. And then wonder if I could go flat over the top if I just kind of rotate this, yeah. To be, oh, that, yeah, and then that could be free placed to somehow, you know, go like that or something, all the way down the middle. And then you sort of got that like little alleyway to like walk down. I mean, you don't actually walk on these things, which is weird, but but yeah, that kind of works. And then you can fit two of them side by side here a little bit. I don't know. Hey, Arjoy, welcome. Yeah, more Enshrouded. Right now we're trying to build a bowling alley. And I don't know if it's gonna work or not. But we'll see. I want to go down. I want to see how far up I am with these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's fine. So just lower the rest of these, but it's gonna work. Yeah, 70, it's gonna work. I hope so. It looks like this side, yeah, because that could be cool. What we've got, you know, right there. And I could put, you know, the little, like, ball rack kind of in between the two lanes here or something. Yeah, candle pin, so something along those lines, you know, or little bottles or something for the pins. You know, we'll figure it out. I think we'll figure it out. All right, what I like here, what I'm noticing is this side comes right to the edge of the table, whereas this one goes sort of past the edge. And I think that's because the different rotations with these guys, which is something I want to figure out here. So we had that snapped in, so to speak, and then I wanted to see just, like, is there any way we could sort of rotate or flip this around to be like that, and then go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then, yes, we could do this in a better way. Yeah. Okay, cool. I think this is gonna be the way to do it, and we're just gonna kind of move things in and out to make these troughs work. This side's gonna be a little tricky because we don't have a lot of space over here, but but I think this is gonna work out. And by the way, if any of you are doing actual mini games in Enshrouded, there is currently a mini games building contest going on. It is, you know, you don't have much time to submit something now because it's been happening for a while, but yeah, if any of you didn't know about it or have something built. Hey, Damon, welcome in. Yeah, no worries. Hope you're having a good day. I'm gonna pick up these guys and and try to like redo just a little bit in here with this. So if I'm here, rotate. All right, there. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then yeah, bring it all the way to the edge of the table, just like that. There it is. Yep, something just like that. Okay. And then going this way. And one this way then? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And bring it out to, I think, about there, it looks like. Yeah, those look pretty even. Okay, sweet. So that's what we got going there. There's like a little bench. Maybe that's the spot for a railing to go. Free placed right in the middle of the trough there, rather than one of these things flat. Do a little railing there. I'm gonna try that. I think this will work. Get one of those. Okay. These guys and flip it around, and then we'll have that nice. Or heck, even the top side. I don't know. Let's see how this works. The interesting thing about this too is that if you did it without the railing, these could be done and not poke through the floor. If you ever did this on a second level, you know, this technically would still work. But let's try to put it down in the ground a little bit. Oh, that's as far as it goes down. It's like we'd have to kind of put it in prior. I wonder, actually, hang on. If I rotate and use the bottom, which is probably the better thing to do here. Is that? Yeah, okay, that's good. Yeah, here we go. Now I can have a little more, like, freedom on the movement here. So let's do this. Oh yeah, that's cool. And then, you know, same thing. Once we keep getting more of these, I can just bring that all the way down the rest of the way. That looks awesome. And then it even blends it into the little sideways things. You know, something like that. Yeah, it fits. It works. I think that's gonna be the trick there. Yeah, the balls that I'm thinking of using it's gonna be pretty small, because really the only thing we have that's like. Here, I'll go to the resource row. I can grab a bunch of stuff, whether it's pins or the balls or other stuff like that. But yeah, I've got some options. We could do glowing pins, you know, because we've got all the item stands now. We could do like the shroud survival flasks for them or something. The wisp lights. I think I'll keep it pretty simple and just do the bottles. But all right, so. Nothing in here. I think it was it at the alchemist that we have? Yeah, so these are the medium flasks. Let me see how big this is. Oh, that would be perfect for the pins. Yeah. It's a little taller than the small glass bottles. 'Cause these are the small ones here. And I'll show you what those look like. So those are like that, but I think the larger bottles here would be the way to go. What we could even do is take the larger one. Wonder if this would work. And then take the smaller one and like flip it upside down and raise it up to add some dimensionality to them. Or I don't know. This is just to try something out. I mean, kind of could work. Yeah, I don't know. Just, you know, sort of was going for, like, the bigger bottom base and then smaller or something. I think the bigger bottles, though, are what we want to do for these guys, so. Go ahead and delete those. But yeah, either those bottles or potions of some kind. Yeah, there's the green ones. Yeah, there's other ones at the, you know, at other NPCs and stuff, so. Yeah, we'll be able to use those. We've even got the little wooden poles and stuff that we can maybe try? I think, yeah, I think the bottles are the better option there. Yeah, the antidotes, exactly. Those would be good. So I'm just looking through to see if there's any anything else here that would be beneficial before we move on to the other NPCs. The firefly lamp, yeah, for the base of the pin, that could be cool. Yeah. Got them all. Welcome in. You're doing well. Let's just see what all the NPCs have that could... Ooh, anything maybe for these? Nah. That was worth looking at, I guess. Anything... Could use the party hats on armor stands or something. I don't know. All kinds of stuff. We got the blacksmith. Could be interesting to somehow use the grapple hook since they like do the little shimmer thing all the time. Make it look a little more like arcade, a little more like an arcade or something. Let's see here. Anything else here? So this is a little bit round-ish, you know. See what that looks like. Yeah, it's not, I think the globe from the alchemist is more what I'm after. For the ball. We could do 2 plates on top, like rotated on top of each other or something. 2 bowls or something, I don't know. Let's see here. Yeah, not much with this guy. I think Alchemist and others will have the better things here. Is the Alchemist in here somewhere? Yeah. So we do have the potions. We've got these ones that could be pins. We've got, you know, larger ones here that we could put on item stands. These are the antidotes. Those are really small though, actually, and they might not be... Yeah, those are like itty bitty. I use those for like faucets and stuff, so maybe that's a little too small. But I think the alchemist was where... Did I pass over it already? Maybe? Yeah, here we go. These were what I was thinking could be the bowling balls. We're gonna have to like hide them in the ground a little bit to cover up the base of them. But that's what I was thinking. Is we could try to use those. They're small, and that's why, you know, the little gutters and stuff could work. Yeah, we'll do like backlights. Actually, that's like, that would be like the size of, and they're both like about the, yeah, slightly different sizes, you know, for the different weight rates and stuff. We'll use those, like a mix of the two, you know? That'll be cool. Let's do that. I'm gonna craft a bunch more of those, because I think that's the way to do it. Alright. Let's do it, and then yeah, for the pins, I think the best right now, currently, is those bottles in terms of the size. So let's just go with those. And we'll try this all out. Okay. I was thinking too, like in the troughs, I wonder if I could use glowing blocks underneath them, and I wonder if any light would get through. I don't know, like underneath the tables or something. It doesn't shine through a block, but maybe a prop it would. I could try it. Does look like old style pins? Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be a rustic style here, but... Alright, if I had like the whole bowling thing, we gotta do it like a mix of like... We gotta do it blue, you know? For the light, I think blue would be the best. Blue and white, maybe, but... Blue is like, you know, nice and bright. Maybe the ectoplasm, or the green, I don't know. Let's try blue first. Okay. I just want to see how this could, in theory, maybe it shines through. If I picked up this, and then did some... Yeah, because that's gonna be like really tall based on what that is, but if I could put it in the ground, sort of in the center, a whole line of blue blocks. Actually, I'm gonna put it like starting here. Just 4 for now and see if that shines through at all whatsoever, and then I can just undo it if I don't like it. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't really do anything. Yeah, unfortunately, it shines through like banners and stuff, but I don't think the light shines through. Actually, Joe the Wizard, you did some stuff, I think, where you had glow blocks like shining through props, for like ceilings and things. Do you know if they shine through tables or things, or is it that's just not? I don't think that's gonna work. Fire pit with blocks on top, yeah. That would be a smoky alley. Yeah, lighting up the gutters, so that, yeah, I mean, I could try. See what that could look like. I think if it doesn't go through the table, it probably won't go through the gutters areas, but I don't know. You know, we could do, yeah, because it's like 2 blocks. The blocks kind of snap like that. What I can do is like little lights down it, little candles that are sunk into it. Very similar how I did the Bard stage. We could take a little bit of inspiration from that. So for this one, I did these little candles sunk into the ground as little lights going down the area. We could do something similar in the middle or sides or something. Something like that for the bowling alley. But yeah, I don't know. I think for now I won't bother with the lighting underneath it. I think, yeah, more like backlighting and hidden lighting like up top and stuff, I think is probably the better way to go. So with this, I'm gonna finish these gutters all the way down to the end. I think these tables can just go probably all the way down. I don't know. Let's see what looks best for these. Yeah, I could bring them out by like another block or something. I was thinking like a little like room back here for like setting up the pins, but in reality, like because it's not like an electronic thing or whatever, we'd probably just walk to the end of the alley and set up the pins, So I'll put like a little like sort of roof thing over it with some light that shines down on the pins that's like hidden just to look really cool. Otherwise though, I think that's probably about good. So I'm gonna move all of these tables down by 1. Let's see. So there's at that level, and then I want to move it down here. Okay. Light from glow blocks tends to go through props. I don't know. Maybe it's hard to tell because it's not, or it's night right now, or it's day, I don't know, yeah, I don't know if that would work. I go in like a dark portion of the room. All right, I'm gonna go like over here. I'm gonna turn my, unequip my ring of light. And let's just do like let's do a block of blue luminescent stuff here. And then, oops. I mean, that's gonna kind of shine through the, okay, hang on. I need to put it in the floor, so put it like that, and then glitch this table all the way down so like it's touching the floor. I mean, maybe the tiniest bit on the side there. Yeah. Oh, it's only on that side because technically that's 2 blocks, and yeah, it's not on this side because of the 3 blocks. Yeah, it works with the banners and room dividers, but... Bury a fire pit in the floor with a gate on top, and then the block? I don't think, yeah, the fire light doesn't come through much. But yeah, it looks like it won't work for underlighting for these. I'll figure something cool out though to put it, you know, to light the space. Make it fun. But yeah, if I made the whole floor out of banners, because it is true, they come through banners, but that would be one fancy floor. A fabric bowling floor with a bunch of designs. Alright, and I'll equip this guy again. Space the gutters a tiny bit apart so the blue lights show through in between them. Yeah, I mean, technically they are spaced apart if I didn't do these fences here. So, hang on, I'll show you what that could look like. Because, yeah, if I didn't do the fences there, then sure, the blue could come up through between them at least. Which could work. Oops, there we go. So yeah, if I didn't do, let me see if I can pick out, I don't want to inspect. I'm not going to be able to get these fences out, am I? Oh wait, did I? Yes. There we go, okay. So yeah, what I could do is this basically. I could do, a couple of blocks. Obviously I'd have to do this before I do the things, but I could do them here and here. Oops. And then, you know, you've got the blue glowing stuff could come up through the middle of the lanes, like that, and I could just leave it without a top or something. I mean, what do you guys think of that? Would that be cool? Not have a top on it and just have the blue coming through there? Because that could maybe work. I don't know. If I imagine that whole side, you know, that's kind of what it looked like, just having like lights going down the whole little thing. And there's then these, you know, these little dividers that would sort of divide the lights, which could look kind of cool, actually. And go all the way down the middle of them, like that. Be a little hard to do on the sides here, you know, because there's not like, it would just be a light streak down the middle of the alleys. But I don't know. Maybe that, or maybe it does look best just to have that fence in there to sort of cover that, to have like the walking thing, because this is technically where you would walk down to set the pins up, because the lanes would be like all oily and slippery and stuff. So yeah, for now I think I'll leave the lights out, but that could work. You know, we do technically have a gap there, which is you know, it's something. And I'll try to do more of the trough things. Try different colored glow blocks, find your favorite. Yeah. Could try to do like some yellow or green or something there. Life Crongy, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. First time catching live, found the Enshrouded videos, fell in love with the building style playthroughs. Heck yeah, well welcome to the community. Good to have you here. Yeah, I love Enshrouded. Best building survival game that I like. It's got so much you can do. Alright, I want to get this in here. Let's just keep doing these. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then let's try to, I think that's about where we want it. Yeah. Alright, we're committing to it. This is gonna happen. Oh, your father-in-law's first job was being a pin setter when he was 9? Oh wow, he's 85 now? Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, because now obviously I have not actually been to a bowling alley where like we've had to set the pins or have somebody else do it. It's all like electronic nowadays. I never figured out how that worked as a kid. I was always so fascinated. I was like, what the heck's going on back there? Hey, Cactus. Yeah, now you want to play? Gotta log in. Right? Yeah, I think this is gonna work really well. Put these here and... I mean, that should be enough for the whole gutter ball thing. We'll just go back to there for now with the stuff, so... Let's rotate. I want to put them coming one more out over here, so... 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And put one more just like that. Yeah, okay. Actually, no, I could probably, is that gonna, like, snap okay back here? Not really. I gotta... Yeah, because that worked for there. You'd think it would work over here, but... Oh, it kind of does if it's, like... this is gonna be really tricky. Yeah, oh, I had it right there, essentially, but, like, a little bit different. Yeah, this is... okay. Let's try this on the other side and see if this works. All right, so if it's like here, we're gonna do, oops, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then, oh, I could go off the wall there. That could work. Yeah, I guess we're gonna have to do that to sort of. Is it there? Is that the right spot? I think so. Yeah, let's go with that. That's like, ooh, this is gonna be really tricky, actually. Even get, oh wait. I think I had it. Can I do it without the table here? Maybe. Oh, why is that not, like, clicking there? Ooh, this side might be really hard. It's acting like it's not not like there in that sense. Let me try this all again. Okay. Oop. There we go. Hey, Mad Mac Load, welcome in. All right, let's give this another try and see if I can get it. So here, and we want to do 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And somehow try to like... Yeah, really the only way to do it is like off that wall to bring it at the right area. Wants to click everywhere but where you want it exactly. Yeah, the wall is like, that's where we gotta go from. Oh, here we go. I have to aim at the wall because that's what I'm clicking off of, not the table. I was confusing myself there. Okay. Let's do it off the wall then. Okay. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work well. And I just gotta do that the rest of the way. I think this is actually... Let me go get some more of these little pieces. I'm gonna have to craft a whole bunch. Well, might have to go to the resource world, just grab a bunch of planks and get a bunch of these little guys going. Yeah. Okay, I'll be back. Because I think it would be nice to have them like in multiple stacks so that I can switch to another stack when I have one left of the previous stack. And that way we don't have to redo all the rotations each time, and I can go all the way down the alleys with each thing. Right now we're working on, yeah, a bowling alley in the basement of the tavern. Trying to anyway, and see how it works. At least I think it was planks for these item frame things. Let's see. Oh, okay, just wood logs. Those. Alright, let's just start with some of that. Yeah, I can't wait for another, like, what is it, month and a half or something. Month and a half, we get the water biome. It's gonna be so freaking cool. I think the first build I'm gonna do in it, well, do any of you guys have a build you'd like to see in it? First of all, I'll ask you that. I think the first build I was thinking of is like a cozy little fishing hut. Where I could mess around with building like a dock and, you know, do like the thatch roof, the straw roof, like what I did on the little Hobbit hole. I was thinking of using this, like, let me go over here. Yeah, the water update looks so much fun, right? It looks amazing. Oh yeah, maze room dividers for the ceiling. Oh, that could be cool, Joe, yeah. With some light. Yeah, I was thinking of a fishing hut, similar to this style, but bigger, but with the VUCA nesting material for the roof, since it's kind of like that straw look. I think that would go so well with the water. Do like a steep roof, little like medieval fishing hut with a little dock and stuff going out onto the water using something like this, but probably a floating garden. Oh, that could be cool, yeah, with some of the water like spilling off the edges. Yeah. Weapon stands for fishing poles. There actually will be fishing rods, Felicia, added with the update. There will be fishing mechanics and stuff, which is really cool. But yeah, I could use the item stands for like little stands to sort of like, you know, they'll probably actually will attach to the item stand, so I could have little poles on the dock with the little fishing rods attached to them. That would be really neat. But yeah, that could be cool. Anyway, I was just kind of thinking of some stuff, some ideas maybe. Yeah, sell the poles like you had a shop. Yeah, a little fishing shop, a little bait shop, or, you know, little market or something. But yeah, that could be cool. And then I obviously, once I get a hang of, like, all the stuff that's added new with the water biome, I want to do, like, my biggest endgame build. Not, like, biggest, but, like, I have a dream of, like, if there's enough water in the area, I want to build, like, an island in the middle and build my own tree from scratch that like winds up with all kinds of pathways up it and everything. Little houses, you know, similar to what we're doing for the forest village, but like my own tree from scratch so I can plan out all of the pathways inside the tree and do like an elven city in the tree and then like a fishing village surrounding the tree with, you know, I have all kinds of ideas for like a dream end game base that I would love to do in this game with like everything that I've learned so far from these builds. Just combine them all together and just go crazy on something and then like just keep continuing it when creative mode is added and stuff like that. I think that could be really, really cool. Because yeah, the elven style, like, I mean, just look at these pillars and stuff, like even just this tavern from farther back. It, I don't know, it could be really cool to go like more of like this elven style for a really big build. Some city or something throughout the tree and on the ground with like slightly different styles and stuff could be really cool. But yeah, like waterfalls or something, even like a mystical tree that has like water coming down from the branches in some spots, like floating islands around it and stuff. Yeah. Oh yeah, Sauron's Tower after it was flooded. Oh, we could totally do that, yeah. Yeah, it could be interesting. Absolutely, because the whole like water mechanics, being able to place like a flood source, something that's really unique and cool about this game. Yeah, absolutely. That would be awesome. All right, and then I need to go. Yeah, there we go. And then snap these the rest of the way down. Aiming at the wall. Oops. I think, yeah, one more at least. Is that how far it came down? Yeah, that's good. Okay. So there's that one, and then we could, yeah, that's all of that side there. So now let's do the other sides. Rotate these around. Let's bring some more of these into my inventory. Have them all together. There we go. Yeah, Ewok style tree village. Oh yeah. I would need to quit my day job, right? Hey, winter's coming. Winter's coming. Although the guy I work with wants to work through the winter. I don't know if I do though. My hands, I've gotten frostbite before, so like I can't work if it's like lower than 40 degrees Fahrenheit outside. Because all the stuff I do, like I can't use like thick gloves or it just doesn't work. So, you know, we could start some cool projects in the winter. Have a little more time, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Or maybe y'all can share with your friends, convince 1,000 viewers to come on all the live streams, and then I can quit my day job and just go all out on YouTube. Oh yeah, terraced rice field. Yeah, because of the whole water mechanic to grow rice and stuff. Yes, Joe, that'd be awesome. Absolutely. Yeah, definitely alpha. Yeah, that'd be super cool though. I'd love to see that. All right, let's get this there. Rotate it around. Oop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then all the way to the edge of the table, I think right there is about, yep, that looks good, okay. And go all the way down to the end. Is that all it would take? Yeah, it would be like a long-term project, which is, I like having some of those. I really like having a project that I could just spend. Like, you know, that's actually been really fun at doing this forest village. In many ways. You know, even if I take breaks from it, if I go to do little cozy builds in between and stuff. Overall, I have really, really enjoyed this experience of just having a big project that I can come back to and keep working on. And all the stuff I've learned by doing this project has just been so much fun. And that's something that I just think it'd be really cool to start like a full endgame project now that like the water biome's sort of the last biome they have planned in the game. They did say that, you know, if player bases stays strong, that they would want to keep developing it, possibly more biomes, you know, more things to add. So we'll see. We'll see how Enshrouded does, but I hope they keep updating it. That's what they said they had, you know, wanted to do and stuff, so we'll see what happens. All right, do I just move that in by one? Looks like it. Yeah, that'll work, okay. And continue this over. Oh. What if you could hold the right mouse just walking along? Yeah, I couldn't do that. With this game, it's left mouse button with placing it, and it would you can't hold it and place more things. It's not like Minecraft in that way. Oh crap! I forgot to switch my blocks. I'm gonna need way more of these too. Okay, let's do there, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I think, yeah, oops. Yeah, there we go. This should get me to the end. There we go, from that one. And yeah, now I just have to go and craft like tons more of these. Used it when planning. Oh yeah, I meant left button just to like, yeah, to hold down, like, let's see. Yeah, I can't just hold it down with props and things. Have to individually click with that. You're playing Enshrouded every day, now you're stuck on, yeah, Satisfactory. Satisfactory's an awesome game. Yeah. Like that one. They've got their 1.0 out now. Okay, I guess I'll just make a whole bunch more of these. Can maybe finish one of the rows, but yeah.
Hello.
Let's go up to the treehouse. I might have some stuff to just make them here as well. Now, what are you guys looking forward to the most in the water biome? Out of what, you know, out of everything we know, or what you know even. What's something you guys are looking forward to the most being able to do? I'm gonna have to resummon in the carpenter guy because he is in the way. Oh, here we go. Fishing, yeah. Oh, nice. Been playing Cyberpunk, waiting for the water biome. Nice. Yeah, fishing is gonna be cool. That mechanic's a nice one to add. Something else just to do as well. New materials. You want the palm trees? Yeah. Those look so cool. And if we could build those like bamboo docks and stuff, yeah, that would be awesome. Be super cool. Fishing for sure. Can't wait to build the water wheel either. Yeah, right? That does look awesome. Definitely fishing. Yeah. Ooh, want to do a high glide into dive? Simple man? Heck yeah, Alpha. Simply being able to do stuff like that in the water biome, that'll be so much fun, right? Yeah. Now that's what the blocks looks if it reflects light or something, huh? Yeah, those are awesome. I'm looking forward to all of that too. I think my favorite thing is gonna be just being able to place water as sources and stuff, bring it everywhere else. Place a waterfall source at the top of this, flood this whole area out, make a lake. You know, I mean, this is, that'd be really cool to do. Yeah. Oh, your own updrafts? Oh, that could be cool if we could place those. Yeah. Stairs look amazing. Thanks, thanks. Still got to finish out these bottom ones. Top ones are done. But yeah, they're coming along. Actually, could do that maybe on another stream soon. That's a good idea. Okay, let's get this guy here to go. Yeah, to finish this one down, I think. Yeah. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there we go. Just want to finish that out. That one's all the way down. Okay, perfect. And that one's all the way down. Alright, this is good. We just need to do one more rotated the other way. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And let's just move that out. I think 5? Yeah, that looks good to me. Oop, there we go. A little finicky in here. What I like about Enshrouded is it doesn't seem to get like much more laggy the more I place. Like, you really can place a lot of stuff. There's a lot of data being saved within these flame altar boundaries. It's probably also the reason they have flame altar boundaries as a thing, rather than just being able to freely build anywhere. Because imagine if you could build anywhere in the world and do mega builds like that, the game could get really, really laggy with how much it's trying to do and save. Because this is a very complex building system and stuff, and given that they don't have any of the mechanics that Unreal Engine 5 has, that actually is probably the whole reason for the whole flame altar thing. Is that about where I want it? Yeah, I think that is actually. That's where, yeah, that's where I want this side also. So we can just continue this down. Okay. Yeah, it is. It's starting to come together. We're getting somewhere. The whole free rotation thing, that just shocked me. That was like such a cool update. It really makes possibilities just endless. Alright, there's for that. And then just one more down the other side, and that's looking really cool. We've got our bowling alleys coming together. submit a mini game? I did not. I didn't have time to build up something for this. It's been awesome seeing all of them though. Have you done that? Have any of you done that? That'd be cool. Yeah, free rotation and placement is a boss. Absolute game changer. Definitely. Hope they give us 360 for the hammer. Right? For with the blocks and stuff. They could technically register each block as a prop, but again, I wonder performance-wise that would be really hard to do. They'd have to update their game engine a lot to be able to do things like that. I've always wished like just better render distance would be awesome to have, but we don't have that. But yeah, doing things like that, I think that would be, you notice props don't render in as far as blocks or anything because performance would be really heavy with that. All right, so there's our thing. Let me do the one last trench on that side. I'm gonna have enough, I think so. Yeah, we're gonna have enough. Okay, let's do it this side here, and get over here. So a year out from full release, whatever they do, happy with it. Yeah, more around 6 months. If it's spring of next year, it should be coming. Close. And then, okay, and then I want to do in from the wall. I think it's by 5. Does that look about right? Looks good enough to me. All right. Let's do that. Oh no, I clicked off of the thing. Oops. Okay. That's alright. We had a jumping puzzle. But you rage quit from dying too much? Oh no, Alpha. Need a new mouse for this? Set it for July for release? Okay. Maybe then. Maybe. If it would be sort of later. I mean, depending on how much the water biome adds, they're definitely, like, really chipping away at stuff. So, we'll see. We'll have to see what they have. You did submit something, Alpha? Rage quit a couple times, but still submitted it. Alright, there we go. There's the gutters, and I need, just a little wall on the side of this one here. Does look kind of cool, just like having all the wood kind of sticking through like that, but yeah, I think a little wall would be nice on the sides. I don't know if the fences would be good for all of that, or if they'd just be good for what's in here. We're gonna have to see. Alright, I think that's at 90. Alright, and this is one we have to turn off the thing and one click down. Okay. I think doing a middle piece here, this just, it looks really clean doing this. So let's do these. I want to do it right here. Well, this might be a little tricky. That's about the end of it, so... If we place it about there, does that work? I guess. Alright, let's do another one. Right here. Just into the edge. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I enjoy watching Pratfall on YouTube. Yeah, showing all the mini games. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Yeah. Pratfall, Contract are the judges I know. Not familiar with the other one. But yeah, they're great guys. They'll do a good job. And yeah, Pratfall's done a lot of those guys have done a lot of mini games and stuff. So they are definitely fitting to do that with their little snowball games and all that stuff that kind of inspired the competition here. It should be fun. Yeah, railing's a nice, yeah, it's a clean way to sort of fill in the gutters in the middle, I think, for sure. we could submit this to the mini game if somehow we could figure out a way to turn it into a mini game thing. A little game of bowling. I don't know how that would work, using like arrows or something, and I have no idea, honestly. Whoever can shoot all the pins with the arrows to break them. I wonder how quickly the bottles break if you shoot them with arrows. Okay, let's do, yeah, one more right there. And that's, yeah, that's, oh, that looks great. Yeah, look at that. Got the little walkway in the middle to get over to the pins to reset. Gutters on all the sides. This looks awesome. Yeah, I love it. Okay. Yeah, modern city they're building is neat. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, bowling alley, right? Oh yeah, explosives. Yeah. That Maclo, that you know, I don't know. Explosives with arrows and somehow making it work. This was gonna be the plan for the pins. Hang on, I don't, you know, a long time since I've been bowling. How many pins are like on each side of the triangles, you know? I gotta look up a picture, hang on. Oh, okay, it's not a, okay, it's just 4. That'll work. Let's try this. If I do sort of starting, let's do the pins starting back. Yeah, probably back at the end, I guess. Maybe halfway through-ish from right here. If we do it like here, and then there. 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2. I don't know. That's about what we'd have. Hey, Chris, welcome in. Yeah, just got this game, obsessed with it. It is, yeah, so amazing. I hope you have a lot of fun. It's my favorite building survival game. The adventure and the quests are just tons of fun, the whole way it, you know, integrates with that. And then also just, you know, obviously building, such a cool thing. Graphics look amazing. Yeah, there's 10, okay. 4, yeah, this is 10. This works. Yeah, I think that works for the pins. They're small, but like that, you know, yeah, they could be like tiny. Well, that's not. That's proportionally, I guess that's about the size of bowling pins. It'll work once there's a little bit of light on them or something. Okay, I am curious. Like, can you shoot them? Yeah, you can shoot them and they disappear. So maybe you do like a massive bowling thing and then they and then they disappear or something like that. I don't know. Although yeah, shooting the walls and stuff. Well, actually, can you shoot the walls? Do walls decay with the bow? No, I don't think it does. I don't think so anyway. I think just props do, which means yeah, the table would take some damage, but one ball in the gutter. Yes, we'll put a ball in the gutter for sure. We'll have to do that. Okay, I probably shouldn't have destroyed the flask. That's okay. We know that it works if we wanted to turn it into a mini game, you know. Somewhat works. Whoever can shoot all the pins down first or something. Arrow bowling, yeah. Okay, gutter ball. We need to like put a, okay. Hold up. It's like not, I don't even have snapping on, and why is it? Yeah, I can move it this. Oh, there we go. Okay, and then try to move it up. Oh, this is a little tricky. Oh, here we go. There's a little gutter ball down there. And yeah. Oh, this one, this alley one, we gotta do like some pins like rotated in all kinds of ways, as if like a ball just hit them. Gotta do that. Hey, D, welcome in. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, those were so much fun doing the community builds. We'll have to do that again at some point. Yeah. You like the bowling alley? It's coming along so far. Now I gotta try to do the whole wall thing over here. How would it look to do an edge on this side if I did, whether it was like fences or something here? Yeah, fences would be a little hard for there, so maybe this side, we'll see if cutting boards or if other things are the best for what we got going here. I just wanted to be rotated, oops, this way, till they are vertical. Yeah, I think having a little more thickness by using these things or something. I don't know. We don't have to have an edge there, but it probably would make sense if we did. Yeah, small hut in the middle, back wall here for the pin placer. How would that look? Like, yeah, like pictures of old bowling alleys and how that worked. Okay. Like, how would that, how would that have looked with pin placers and stuff being back there? Let's see, historic. Yeah, nothing's giving me anything good. If any of you find, like, any references, feel free to send them in the Discord. Yeah, to the left of both alleys, or we would have like one pin setter for both or something, like in the middle or whatever here. And I was thinking, a nice like ceiling thing with some lights to go on the pins and stuff. When did bowling alleys originate? That's a good question. I honestly don't know. But yeah, be interesting to find out. These guys and try to put like these over here. Let's see. That would essentially be like a little edge to it or something if I wanted to do that. Hey. Just to cover up some of those. Which, yeah, that looks nice. Yeah, the ball returns would have to be underneath these. Ball returns on the modern ones are like under this middle thing. There's a little track that brings them back up. Oops. All right. We'll do that for now. Bring them a little bit farther if we need at some point, but this is where I could use the blocks to sort of, I don't know, to sort of create that. Well, I guess pins would actually technically be, yeah, the pins would be in front. We'd want the pins to be more where the gutters start or where they end. So, hang on. We gotta pick all these little guys up. A claw machine with Labubu plushies. Oh gosh. So funny all like the theories and stuff I've been seeing with those Labubu dolls. Got a Labubu claw machine in the tavern. Bowling eyes go way back. Egypt around. Oh wow. 3200 BC, medieval Germany in the 4th, 5th century. Wow, that's crazy. Or like kind of where it originated? Wow. I did not know that. That's awesome. This is about where it would be then. We'd want to do, oops. Here. There, ends there. Yeah. So actually the corner ones are snapped, so you know how to set them up easy. Because it's literally a 3x3, and the size-wise, based on the width of the lanes and stuff, this whole thing using the tables is honestly brilliant. I think it works so well with the reflectiveness on it and stuff. That's awesome. Oh, in Germany it's called kegling? Oh, awesome. Okay. Learn all kinds of cool stuffs on the streams, right? I learn all kinds of cool stuff. Yeah, this is awesome. Kegain. Gotcha, yeah. And yeah, I think having some sort of like a cool little lighting thing, walls and, you know, all of that stuff back here would be really cool. I gotta figure that out. Got some ideas for the ball racks and stuff like that too. In the meantime, I need some normal conifer wood tables. And that's what's gonna create the platform that you stand on to bowl. So I'm gonna have some conifer wood tables here with like a little step going around them or something along those lines. And then we gotta like, you know, add a couple of chairs or something in the back. And try that. But heck, this is really cool. All right, so we'll put like a couple of pins here on this one. And then this pin, it would be missing from the front, so I'd want to put like maybe a couple here, maybe one more in the back, and then start like, start like rotating them sideways or something. Oops, I need to raise this one up a little bit. And then this one will sort of be back here, tilted up this way. Oop, turn snapping off. There we go. Rotate it around over here. And then let's just put one more like somewhat tipped over here. And a little bit rotated. Oop, can I like... Oh, I have to... do it more like this way. And then I'd want to put a... Oop. Nope, nope, nope. Come on. There we go. Yeah, I was thinking it'd be cool to do this and then have like a ball that's rolling at the pins or something like right here. I don't know. Give it a little bit of action maybe. Yeah, that looks cool. I think that'll work. And then I got to do the whole back surround and then the full frontal thing. So let me go look for we need some conifer wood furniture. Let's see if we got anything good in the resource world if I haven't already taken it all. Yeah, I think it looks. I think it turned out pretty good. It's always fun just planning and doing these like random things. All right, tables and stuff over here if we have any. We got a bunch of those big ones. No, the conifer wood ones. Ooh, how would this like velvet top work as like a floor for the bowling alley? Be kind of interesting. Not for the alleys, but like the part that you step on. I don't know. I think the conifer wood's probably the better option. Yeah, the boreal wood tables. I don't know if I want one that big though. I don't know. I'll get one and I'll try to go craft a few others. Yeah, they're bowling. I could do little shuffleboard table though too. That could be really cool actually. Yeah, to where it's like higher and stuff with a similar similar effect and things. I was thinking some cornhole, you know, other things, but yeah, just thinking of games I can add to the lower level. Okay, I need a lot more nails, and let's try all this stuff out. Hey, Saul, welcome in. Can I get more nails? Yeah, there we go. Okay, craft a few of those. And I guess, yeah, that should hopefully do it. In terms of a rack for bowling balls, I think the workbench is the better option for that. There's like some cool rack things in there that maybe could work. Yeah, some foosball. That would be a crazy thing to build in Enshrouded. All the little people and stuff. I wonder if that would actually work. That would be, yeah, be pretty crazy. Yeah, we might end up building our own rack from scratch. I don't know, but it'd be cool to, yeah. Let me look. I'll have to look at the workbench and see if I don't know if is there a workbench over here anywhere. I don't know if I put one down. There's a workbench here. Because I thought we had some old like rustic, you know, like not these really, but maybe. Oh yeah, these guys. Those look cool. Those could be some nice racks. Okay. Gosh, some air hockey. And that could be a little easier maybe. So we can create like little rounded pucks and little stuff like that, but yeah. Videos about resource worlds, not understanding where the files downloaded. Yeah, you can download them. The Enshrouded Discord, the one I'm using is from Delinsey Gaming. And he has the files there to download for the resource world. But there's a lot of servers you can join where just the server refreshes with resources. Yeah, it's up to you. There's a lot of different ways to do it. Yeah. Hey, welcome in from Japan. That's awesome. Thanks for watching. All right, so this, oh, maybe actually this is the right size, roughly. Ooh. Yeah, but I don't know. I think using two of these others or something. Let's see. Two of these guys, which are slightly smaller. Yeah. Yeah, because those work right there, and then be able to kind of like put a couple of them here and put that there. Oh, this is perfect. Oh, I need some more of them though. I want at least two more to put back here. But look at that, yeah, and then you just step on, you know, to the alley here. That is sweet. The darts, yeah, we gotta do some darts. Yep, that would be cool. Knife throwing, right? Try to get some item stands and make that work. Yeah, you can put like a big target on the wall back here and have like some darts or something there, and then have the cornhole like over here. I don't know. We could design out the room to be interesting for sure. There's a lot of stuff we could do. I'm gonna go back up here and see if I can get some more of those tables. I might even have some more in, you know, some storage somewhere. I don't know. exactly, but we'll see. Probably not. Just need 2 more of those tables, that would be cool. I've got the stuff, okay. Yeah, loads of ideas, right? There's a lot, but hey, this is a section of the basement that is now getting some interior, so this is good. Still fairly new to PC gaming and Discords. That's no worries. I had a time where I was new. It's not like but yeah, I've been doing it for a long time. First time I really got into PC gaming was like mobile Minecraft, because I used to do like Minecraft on a phone, and I started doing builds that were like so big they got laggy, and a friend was like, "Oh hey, there's a PC version of Minecraft that doesn't get laggy," and I was like, "Wait, really? That's cool." Then I got my first computer to play some of that and do some editing and YouTube stuff and music, and kind of got into it since. And then Valheim, with the pretty graphics, sort of got me. I liked more of those games versus doing Minecraft a lot. And at some point, I might try to do like some live streams of Vintage Story. I don't know if any of you have heard of that game. It is a hardcore survival game with incredible building and mechanics and stuff. It's all voxel based. Actually originated as a mod for Minecraft, but changed around so much that the guys decided to create their own game out of it. And it's pretty cool. It's got all 4 seasons, all kinds of stuff. It's hard to survive in. This looks great though. I like this. Yeah, this little floor here, and then we got to do the rack for the bowling balls. Some of these maybe. Oh, you built your first PC in 2004. Wow. Okay. Yeah, for some World of Warcraft. Yeah, got to do the darts. All right, do the darts. Oh, this is perfect. That's like 2 blocks wide, exactly. Let's see here. I'm gonna do it like right here. Yeah, I'm wondering, like, does that work okay for like a little ball rack or something? I mean, it'll work, I think. Yeah, there's like a little X over here that sort of blocks it off, but like someone could come to this side, could put some on the lower level here, and then have it work out. Oop, let's see. Make some I want to rotate them like that. Yeah, there we go. A couple of, maybe one bigger one. All right. I mean, that's kind of cool. Sink it in a bit. Do you think like the rack to be, yeah, a little bit lower maybe? And to have like this bottom section pretty much near the floor? Have to climb up to reach it. Yeah, because these are a little bit tall for what that would be. Okay, let's try that. Let me pick these guys up. Okay. Yeah, I think so. I think, because I think the bottom rack could be cool to have there, at least. So I will try to do that. Oops, this is like... Okay, there we go. We could just do a top rack, essentially, and do it down here at this level. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Just a top rack and like really sink it down like that? And then have maybe some other ball racks just on the wall somewhere else? More like this, maybe? I can, basically just go like that, and that's what that would look like. That technically would be like the height that like a bowling rack, you know, like the ball rack in between the lanes would be about this height. And then I could always just put like some other, you know, like even some of these guys on the sides here, for some more, like, you know, ball choices or something like right there. And then put like a little step that's like right here. Maybe that works actually. Yeah, maybe that works well. And yeah, with this I can, let's see, what did I do up here for the step? No, I did like a little step down. Okay. Like it? Yeah, doing it about that height? Okay, we'll do it there. And then this is gonna be, let's see here. Let's do that, actually here. And then I wanna rotate it down, oops. To sort of be like a little step, just like that. Yeah, that works. Okay. If I sort of have it there, and then like, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that works. That's like right at the edge where that thing is. That's just gonna be a little hard to do like a little step. Let's see, I can free place these ones maybe. Be something like this. Okay. Yeah, that looks nice. And then you got like a little shelf over here. The ball rack right here. Just a little something there. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. I could put some bowling balls here, but in the zone, yeah. But I think putting them, just doing some up here would be the better way to do it here. Let's do that one. This guy. And then a couple of these ones. Okay. Something like that, maybe? Yeah, whenever Chisel's 3 placing, it feels like a glitch in the Matrix. I think that works alright. Sort of just have that, and then this can be the ball rack with like multiple, you know, shelves and things. I'll have like a few options down here. I think, yeah, kind of mixing them up can be cool. And doing like a couple of these ones, maybe. Those have got to be down by another click, I think. I don't know. Oh, we'll see. Like, looking up at them, it's not that bad, but yeah, I feel like just down by a little bit more would be nice. Okay. Let's go 3. There we go. Yeah, that looks nicer. Little bit. This top rack can just have like a couple of these guys on it. Yeah, I don't know. That works. And then you've got, yeah, some balls right there for that. Wonder if it should have like a little edge to it. Let's see. If it was like here, and then if this thing like went down more. Yeah, not really. I think just leaving it like that. That looks clean and simple. It works. Hey, Ilaria, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, focusing artist, exactly. All in the free place mode right now. doing the bowling alley, and I think, yeah, this is cool. I wonder if I could somehow do an armor stand of someone holding one of the bowling balls standing over here. That could be cool to try. I don't know if how successful that could be, but hey, it could be cool to try. Yeah, this is nice though. And then, yeah, we'll figure out some really cool lighting situation for the top there. Oh, nice. Just share a tavern build in the Discord. Oh, I'll have to check it out. That's awesome. That's good to hear. Glad you're doing well. Yeah, that's awesome.
Hey.
All right, so there's our bowling alley. It really does. It fits perfectly here. And then, yeah, we could do like some little couch or something over here. And yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think over here? I'm thinking like another long game. Possibly like whether it's cornhole. I could do like a pool table right here. And then just do a bigger corner couch right here or something. If we wanted to. That could maybe look good. And then this side, yeah, I've got space over here, but this probably won't be as much gaming. This will be more like maybe like a coat closet and then just some seating and stuff here for the bowling. Yeah, and then something here, and then this whole back room could be sort of more just brewing and like maybe a little another like, you know, bar or something down there. For food storage, yeah, like a storage room. A storage room could be cool down here. Or darts, yeah, little darts, little things over here, but I'm thinking for this section, specifically, a pool table here, and then a corner couch here. What do you guys think? But yeah, axe throwing, darts, you know, think something along those lines somewhere, you know, maybe that goes over here, where you've got all the barrels here, and then you'd have, like, well, I don't know, yeah. Something in this area, I feel like. We've got some more space there. Because we could also do just like a pool table here and then do like a target on the wall here and do darts or axe throwing in this section. That could possibly work. Be a little hard to sort of, you know, match some item stands or things. Yeah, someplace away from the couch. If I did darts or axe throwing here, I would not have a couch here. Yes. Yeah, I need a bar. You can buy drinks and snacks. Yeah. We've got a bunch of that up here, so we do technically have, you know, this is the drinks bar. And then the kitchen. So we do technically have, like, good stuff up here, but extra food storage down here would be nice. Yeah, in that way, though, maybe having, I don't know, maybe having the darts or axe throwing or something over here could be good. A popcorn stand. Yeah, I don't know. That's not a bad idea. And then where, if I did a pool table though, where could that go? You know, this is sort of the entry. Maybe I do just the barrels and then like a big pool table sort of right in the middle here or something. And then, you know, it's just kind of got like a little storage here or something like that. You guys think that could be the way to do it? A pool table here. And then a long, you know, like a target on the wall here with some like little fences, little divider fences, similar to the bowling alley, or even 2 targets or something. Yeah, you'd probably have 2 targets. You could do like a competition for axe throwing and do it similar to the way I had the bowling alleys here, but two little lanes with some targets on the walls. And then like a wall rack right here that holds all the axes or knives or things. And then you'd have like a little starting spot where your foot can't go past on the floor here. Something along those lines. Then it's not like dangerous to, you know, this spot is at the end. Nobody's, you know, there'll be the pin setter like here, but I could have like a little safety wall like here, you know. And then this can just be like an alleyway for people to stand and watch stuff, I guess. Something like that. I don't know. Hey, Cow, welcome in. So I just asked often, how can you move things in such detail, like up and down? Is it a mod? No, this is part of the this is part of the vanilla game. So like if I have something like this blue globe that I've been using as these bowling balls here to move it around. So you just hit, it's a little behind my, the little chat box window. It tells you in the game, but basically you can press T in the scroll wheel, and that moves it one direction like this. And then you can press G, you hold G in the scroll wheel, it moves it in the other direction. And then Q in the scroll wheel moves it up or down by a certain amount. And then you can just press X to free place it or snap it, depending on what you want to do. So yeah, in theory, you could flip it all the way upside down. You can go in a full, 360 and put it floating in the sky if you wanted to. And that's kind of how the whole thing works. It's when was this update added? I guess it was like sometime later last year or whatever. The whole free rotation thing really makes this game fun with all the stuff you can place and do. Yeah, it's a really great build system. Getting Blender flashbacks for making a mesh. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, I think this is gonna be the way to do it. To have, I could even do like a little fence or something along the bowling alley, but this could be cool with the axe throwing to do little fence posts and chains going sideways. I don't know if Damon's still here. Damon did like a chain fence in one of his build showcases, and I really liked the way it looked, so it could be cool to try.
Hey.
Oh, you play this only on controller. I see, yeah. So you might have to map some of the buttons or see what they're mapped to do all of that. Yeah. Yeah, they would be a little harder on controller like that. Crimson, the guy I do the playthrough with, is just controller only as well, so he got used to it now, but yeah, it took a little bit. It is a little harder than mouse and keyboard with all of the different things you can do in this game for sure. Yeah. Yeah, Flank, welcome, and I hope you're doing well. Yeah, do all your building with a controller alpha. Nice, yeah. Do a controller building forum in the Discord server and share tips and all kinds of other things. Think you have to open your game and go build right away? Heck yeah. In general, I wish I learned more controller. So I do play some games on controller. I play like all the little Split Fiction, It Takes Two, all of that stuff on controller. But there is something nice about just like sitting back and or on a couch or something with a controller. Just plug your PC into like a TV or something. There is something really nice about that. As like a streamer and stuff, keyboard makes things a lot easier. Like I would need to sort of be by it because if I'm trying to type or click something into chat or share a link, it's just, it makes sense for streamers. Even if I did play with a controller here, I'd still be like sitting at my desk. But just for fun, it's sometimes fun to do like family games or something, learn the controller a bit so you can just sort of chill and do that. It could definitely be enjoyable. Yeah, you do find it easier, yeah. Everything's just right there, it is easy sometimes, for sure. All right, so this is, I gotta figure out some sort of maybe a wall banner or something for the side there, or just blocks. How thick are blocks? If I did sort of a block wall there, oh, this could probably work. Okay, yeah, because essentially I'd do like this, and you'd have, the pin setter could sort of stand like either behind here, or, you've got like a two block wide walkway here if you had to get back here and set some pins up from the side. And then I could do some like pillars going up, whether it's glow blocks or I don't really know fully yet. This could be cool. I don't know. I'm just messing around at this point. We'll see. Stuff on the floor and then some other blocks above it to do some sort of wall with like all kinds of lighting up top and stuff. We'll have to figure something out.
Hello.
I feel like he uses lots of brain power trying to do all this. But we got the alleys, we've got the little gutters, which is good. Oh, you still got your N64s hooked up to the 52-inch TV. Nice. Yeah, Mario Kart. Nice. Yep. All kinds of good couch games. Yeah, started with FPS games. They're used to mouse and keyboard. Right. That is definitely easier with mouse and keyboard. Aiming with a controller is hard for me. Very hard for me. Maybe some people are better at it, but yeah. Yeah, when you try to use alpha, it's very finicky. Yeah, could be due to Legion, maybe. I think is Enshrouded full controller support now, or is it still just technically partial? I thought it was full now, maybe. Yeah. Well, that's good to hear. All right, so we do have that that bowling thing. I was thinking, yeah, some kind of mannequin. Let's see if there's any that look decent that I could maybe use for that. Those are at the carpenter, all kinds of them. Okay, so maybe this one. Oh, this one maybe? That one could work. Oh, this one right here. That could be like a throwing. Yeah, that could be cool. I could see that one working. And this one, I want to craft like a few of those poles. Okay. I need to get this. I need to get like an armor or a cosmetic set to put on it. So let's see what we got over here. I could do, yeah, some sort of like more like festive, you know, just around the house set. What do I have cosmetic wise? I've got the jester set, something with like a hat. I don't know, maybe maybe the maid one, maybe this one here. The Gravedigger cosmetic. That's got like a hat and stuff with it. It's a little bit colorful. No worries, Ebony. Alright. Let's try this and see if it looks good at all or if it's a no-no. Sir Luterai, welcome in. Hope you're doing well.
Hello. Hi.
Alright. Yes, this is literally the bowling animation. Like, if we turn off some snapping and then sort of like face him over here and then kind of place it there. Yeah, that's grounded. That's on, okay. And then I could put, okay, head armor. Let's do this one. This one. Oh, no, do I not have gloves for this guy? Oh, I'll have to get some gloves. That one look good? Yeah. That one looks good. And then, actually, maybe no gloves, because it looks kind of like his hands and stuff for bowling. The big thing is, like, how am I gonna somehow fit this thing to still look good over here? I feel like this is the ball I want to use. The other one has, like, a really big base to it, so... Okay, how are we gonna do this here? I'm gonna, like, rotate it this way. Flip it around this way. Ah, I can't... Oh, wait. Yes, maybe I can. Trying to get it. Oh, wait. Trying to get it so this like this base of it hides in the player. So maybe it goes. Oop. Let's see. Yeah. Maybe it goes in the leg of the person here. I don't know. Oh, this is tricky. It's like not wanting to quite snap here. Or not snapping, but like, oh, maybe I can do it from the backside. Okay, that worked. That's cool. Alright, I like that. So now the thing's hidden in the leg. That like literally perfectly worked with this cosmetic. Can't even see it on the backside. Yeah, put a wall inside it. Yeah, that could work too. Alright, that is awesome. I like that. Let's roll with it. And under here would be a cool spot too for maybe some light blocks or something. Yeah, that's cool. That's really cool. Doing all kinds of yeah, I love that. Doing all kinds of little decorations, little things around. So for the axe throwing, now we get to figure that out. It would be basically here. I'd have some chains that would go, let's see, on this one here. At about where the, yeah, where the edge of the table is or whatever, something along those lines. All right. Now I gotta figure out how long the, like 2 chains would be or something to do some, like a little chain wall. That's kind of what I was going for, is a little chain fence over here along the side of the axes, just to like border so people don't walk in the line of fire. And then we could have, yeah, sort of the little area where you're setting up a little starting point and try to build some targets on the wall. I bet I could come up with a target design. We don't have them in the game technically, I don't think. I mean, maybe that hunter would have something that I could use. Yeah, I think that would be cool. And then this whole middle alley thing here would just be a great spot for like some chandeliers going down it or something along. Yeah, like a shield with some stuff in the middle. Like, yeah, we could totally design a target because we can rotate things up on the wall. Yeah, that can be done. I'm gonna see if I have any chains over here. I do, I have a lot of them. Perfect. Start making this fence thing and see if I can get it to look good. Okay. So I have the chain. Let's do... Oh yeah, this might work actually. Oop. One more down, and then there, and can I go like... Oh, not really, okay. That's kind of low. I wanted it a little higher, but maybe that works. Yeah, maybe I'd go with that. And then just have like, where would this thing be placed if it was placed again here? Be right at that spot. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Okay. 2, 3, and then place. I think having more of these than less would be good. Yeah, that's actually perfect. Okay. So I think what I want to do here is pick up this chain, and I want to do it a little bit different here. Let's do it coming out to be, yeah, like that. And then, oh wait, how do I like, not up and down, yeah, there we go. There, basically. Pretty much stretches in both directions. Yeah, that looks good. It'll work for now. It doesn't have like a little like bow to it or anything like that, but as something like this, and then I could even put some like little bottles on the tops of these things to just add some decoration at some point or whatever. But yeah, and then that sort of can mark. I could put another one right in the middle, and have like, you know, the two halves. You got a little target here, a little target there. Or just one big target. I don't know. Yeah, maybe one big target. Because I don't know. What do you guys think? If there's like a competition, it probably makes sense to like have a larger target here with how far back this is and how like that would look really nice on the wall rather than two little tiny targets. And then just having like one person throws and then the other person throws. You know, it would be like darts don't have two dart boards necessarily. And then that way I just got a bigger space here for like some axes on the walls and that kind of stuff. Just do one. Yeah, like dart throwing competition. I think so. Yeah, check the size of the archery target. The archery target's small. I think I could put that, like, do two of those, but making it look bigger from here, I think, could just look really, really cool. And this could even be archery. You know, you could do axe throwing, archery, darts, whatever. And just doing one, maybe we'll see. Okay, I'll go to the Huntress and see what stuff we have maybe for a target. Alright, because yeah, I think we actually could build the archery target that we've seen. I think they added it as a building piece if I'm not mistaken. I don't know fully. Yeah, they did. This guy here. We need straw. Okay. Oh, and then there's one just for the wall. Yeah. I'd want like other rounded things too. Like we've got this rounded rug that I could use. Other like rounded, you know, large rounded things. We'll figure it out, but. Oh, a log table? Oh yeah, like yeah, to have like a stump or whatever. Yeah. The wall one for the dart. Yeah, that could be cool. A rounded wood chair. Okay, okay. Oh yeah, barrel tops. Oh my gosh, okay. Let's go to the resource world and snack up a little bit. It's very medieval-ish, yeah. Yeah, this'll be good. I like it. All right, so we got the rounded rugs that we had the option for. I think those were, oh, there's targets over here, so grab some of those. And we even have, yeah, the training dolls and everything we can craft. This is crazy. Targets there. We've got, that's all wagons and other things. We're like, we have barrel, yeah, these guys are the wooden, these things. And those ones, I mean, I'll try it, like a bucket facing sideways or something, yeah. Just try all kinds of stuff that looks round. Let's see what we got. Okay. Rugs, let's get some of those. Okay. Maybe I'll start with that. Anything else? Rounded, yeah, rounded chair or something for middles. Yeah, barrels to jump on and go down waterfall like the Hobbit. The first thing he'll do after the new biome. Yeah, we won't be able to do that, unfortunately. That would be so cool, though. If they had items that interacted with the water like that. That would be very cool. As of now, I don't think that's going to be a thing, though. But we could design the barrel escape from the Hobbit. That would be very... It would be really cool, like, depending on how many more flame altars we have, just to do a big Lord of the Rings server, basically, to have, like, all these little builds and stuff. I mean, we would need so many flame altars to make that work, though. On one Enshrouded world, we'd have to split it up in a bunch. But, yeah... No, you're in? Yeah, that would be cool. That's something I wanted to do a little more of. Do, you know, big community projects. I like how Contract does that. I gotta find the time to try to do some more of that maybe this winter. Get a bunch of people together to do some cool project. Get these guys. What else did I have? Mostly those. Oh yeah, the rounded tables that I was gonna craft. So these guys could go, like, you know, I could do 2 of them on both sides, or if we did the rug, you know, do like a bigger one. Let's see here. Oops, maybe not that way. Let's go this way then. It's vertical, that's good. Okay. So I'd have like one of that, you know, the rug there, and then, oops. And then basically the target in the middle there. And that would be like, you know, but we could do that on the stump, or, you know, do some sort of like a netting or wooden wall around it, or like pallets. I don't know. Make it look cool there. Yeah, 2 is probably gonna be what we get for the yeah, Flame Altar edition, like we did with the mountain biome. Oh, you're attempting Mordor and Grounded too? Wow, that sounds awesome. Yeah, 2 more would still be great. I mean, if you figure, we'd probably need 2 for each of the towers, so like 2 for Saruman's tower, 2 for like the Sauron area if we were lax with it. That's already 4. If we're ending up with 12 by the end of this thing, yeah, if I go, we have, yeah, 10. So that's 4 there, maybe 1 for, yeah, we could get away with 1 for the bag end, 1 for the barrel escape area, 1 for the elven spot. You know, we might actually be able to do that. I mean, yeah, if we wanted to do things on full scale, yeah, the Rivendell, If we want to do things on full scale, like, you know, carving out a massive mountain to build, you know, Moria and stuff, like, yeah, that would take a lot. But just to, like, do a lot of the buildings, at least, like, that could be cool. A lot of the areas. Try to design the map to do that. So there's that. I think the wooden thing would work for a target, but it would be a little bit, small. So, ooh, it could be cool too to like hang this from chains from the ceiling or something. That wouldn't work quite. Yeah, I think against the wall, I guess, is probably the good way to do it. Yeah, do you guys agree like this versus 2 targets? Like one, I could do 1 here and 1 here. As far as doing targets for people, versus 1 big one. I'll do them both, and you guys can see what looks best. Because we've got this one as 1 large one in the middle. Which works. And then if I wanted to do 2, do 1 here and 1 here, essentially. To do 2 targets. But it is, you know, it is a bit smaller and stuff, and less, I don't know. I mean, either way would look okay. Altars right now that you're hoping, yeah, hopping around, right? 2 more would be great. Yeah, exactly. You can have more like fast travel stuff and whatnot. The fact that we were discussing it could do it is noteworthy, right? We might be able to. You never know. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't want the knives bouncing off the targets and hitting the boulders. I mean, the boulders are pretty far back. You wouldn't want to be walking, well, yeah. It would be like either knife throwing or like nobody being here. I mean, it's a video game. Safety. What is that? If you do 2, you'd have to move that lamp. Yes, exactly. I'd want to do something different for lighting, for sure. This is all just temporary to light the space so you guys can see what we're building. You like the 2 targets? One big one still looks like a rug. That's true. That is true. And I wonder, yeah, if we could do the stump things behind them. Because with 2, we might actually be able to do that. Yeah, the light on the wall stays intact. Oh, it wouldn't. It absolutely wouldn't. Okay, let me make some little VUCA tables. I might have some in here. But we might, yeah, let's see. Otherwise, we could still do a backdrop of some kind behind them if we can't do tables, or if that one makes sense. Yeah, I'm thinking the rustic round tables, like you guys were saying, you know, look like if there's a stump behind the targets, like that could be cool. For like something for it to stick into, you know? And then the target just becomes the surface texture. Oh yeah, axe throwing, that stuff can really bounce. It can, yeah, I mean, this is like at a big distance. I'd probably put the starting line like maybe here or here. Be a little closer up than the bowling lanes because, yeah, they'd be a little closer. But then, yeah, you gotta be careful, obviously. But it's enshrouded. I mean, you know.
Hello.
We know all kinds of skills. Axe throwing is probably just an easy thing in enshrouded if it ever were a thing. They did add the archery to Valheim, you know, the archery target and stuff. Alright, I'm gonna go see if I've got some table things. Yeah, the sacks behind the targets, totally. Could kind of do that. That would be more like archery, but axe throwing, you'd want the stumps behind them. Which technically this would probably be more of like axe throwing, or like archery would probably be more like outdoors here with the size of the tavern, but actually I'm gonna check first in my furniture things if I have. I've got all the long stump things, but doesn't look like any short ones. Okay. Oh, I do have some here. Rustic side table. How big are these? Add a first aid table to the end. Oh, that would be great. So if I, you know, rotate this, essentially had like a stump on the wall. Okay, let's oh. Yeah, I don't care if I cannot build there. That's whatever. I'd have it like that, you know, essentially backed up into the wall as much as I can without sticking through. Ah, the target's still way bigger than the stump, though. Okay, okay. I suppose I'll pass on these then. But what I can do that will still look good is with some of these... Oh, where are they? Where'd they go? These ones. We can put a backing to it that just adds a bunch of heftiness. To try to do that. Also a table with throwing weapons laying on it. Yeah, exactly. We're gonna do that. We're gonna have some item stands and I'm thinking a table and a whole wall as well. You know, I could do like a table here or even here. How the bowling rack was there, I could do a little table here with some axes, but then I was thinking like a big wall rack right here or something. So this could work. If I just, you know, have some backing to these, just to look a little nicer. All right, and this lamp is definitely gonna bother me right now, so I'm just gonna pick that up now. Oops. Okay. We can either two of them here, and I don't want to rotate these around so that the back side is facing out, since that's the flat side. Okay. So it gives it, you know, a little something. Actually, I might even bring them farther out than that, just because that looks really nice. So that's like even, you know, bring it like that. Yeah, yeah, adds a little three-dimensionality, and then doing the targets. Yeah, this'll work. Oops, they are rotated all in the wrong direction. Never mind, hang on. Okay. We need to bring these forward. 3 clicks, yeah, that works. Yeah, there we go. So now it sort of adds like this big wooden wall behind it for stuff to stick into. And got the targets there. And it kind of makes them pop a little more because it gets rid of this like crisscross texture that the walls do. So I think that works. That works out okay. And then again, we got to figure out lighting and everything in this whole area. But that's cool. I like that this is what we're doing down here. Should put a tarp or something over the window. Yeah, well, technically, okay, technically they are like metal grates, but that could be a cool idea to do like a some sort of like a fence or, you know, something over them, like a sideways grate that goes like in front of them, hanging from chains from the ceiling or something. I don't know. But yeah, if those were just glass, they'd be broken pretty quick. Yeah. Well, if I were thinking of like everything. Have it be completely realistic here. Okay, yeah, I like this though. This looks nice. And since there are two of them technically, I don't know if it would make sense or look good, but I could put more of these guys in the middle to make like another fence. I don't know. What do you guys think about that?
Hello.
If I did another fence to divide these two targets, just starting from like here, because this would be sort of the halfway point. Because I do like the way this little fence thing looks here. It sort of keeps it divided, maybe to divide the halves, and then having something I'm thinking about here would be where you'd stand from to throw. This feels pretty good. So I could put a starting something like theirs or something like that. A low plank-like wall? Oh, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Even just like rotating this around to, oops. Something, you know, in here to do it. Oh, actually, that kind of like, it's right at halfway there. Maybe that's how we do it. Yeah, I like that idea. Why not? Is that about the height? Yeah, that works. I like that. Okay. I mean, literally just that.
Hi.
Sort of divides it a little bit and adds, I don't know, a little bit of like a railing or something you can, I don't know. Looks cool though, yeah. And then I gotta put the, oh, I need more. Yeah, these things, I've got them, okay. I wanted to do, oops, I don't want them to be like that. How do I, okay. There we go. I want these to be down here. I want to do like a little starting line for people so they know where to throw from. Is that straight? I guess. Looks like a racetrack from Chicken Run. Sink that enough to create your starting line people throw from. Yeah, that's what I was thinking for this. If this makes any sense. Like maybe here? Oh, yeah, I guess like there. Kind of creates, I kind of want it like higher or something else, I guess. It doesn't pop enough, you know? I need like either something, oh crap, okay. Need something like more colorful or something, I don't know. Wonder what I could use. We could use the prison fence pieces rotated sideways. We could use these pieces that we used for the divider wall, just like sunk in a bit. Lighted blocks? I could do light blocks on the floor. Be pretty, I don't know. That would be pretty fat, though. I kind of just want like a little line to step on, but, or, well, let's see. Do we have anything up here that might work? A fence in the floor, you know, something like that, maybe. Actually, these ornamented window frames, they've got kind of this reddish tint, and these might work. We'll see. Actually, if I've got the 2x1s, that might be better than these 3xs if I find any. I don't know if I do though. Let's see. Oh, I do. Here we go. Yep, let's try them. Oh yeah, little short planks hiding it for the lighted blocks. That's true. Could do something like that. Yeah, because we could put something over it to... Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Let's see how these little window things look, and then possibly do the light ones. Okay. So we basically just want to glitch them. I mean, it's essentially like that. Where it creates a little something that, you know, you step up to kind of a thing. Coffin lids, oh, that could work too, yeah. Yeah, let's see how the little light block could work, I guess. So I was thinking cutting boards go over it if I did it like that. Let's see. Alright, so I'd have like... I mean, heck, even just destroying like a thing out of the floor looks cool. So there's the light blocks. Maybe I'd do it on this one too. Just to have it there. And then I could do the cutting boards. Sort of cover them, but... Oh, I spin my camera so fast you get dizzy. I'm sorry. I can try to be a little mindful of that. I guess I just kind of like whip it around all the time. It is a little easier like when you're playing the game versus watching. I do get that for sure. Some people have that happen. Alright, so if I had this cutting board and I tried to like raise it up to... Even what if I just did it like this? Where you see that light streak. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I like that. Wonder if the cutting board could go even just like one click lower if it didn't need to be this high to cover the sources just barely. I think it does, but that looks cool. It's just really subtle. Yeah, it does. It needs to be where it was. Okay. Yeah, and then the ends just kind of hide it there. Thanks, Sue. I'm glad you like them. Yeah, I think this is cool. You sort of see a little bit of the starting area there. And yeah. Able to do that with the lineup, and then yeah, I'll rack up there. And heck, I could even use this with like some item stands on it or something to go up against the... Oh, this would probably be on the other wall, but oh, maybe there, something. We'll see. Yeah, perfect. I think this is good. Yeah. And we could even do like little candles down the center or something. I have no idea to do there. We definitely need lots of light coming from the ceiling down onto the stuff there. You know, both with the axes and with the bowling alley to do something sort of dividing it and coming down. But yeah, this is really cool though. I like it a lot. We could even do something similar with the cutting boards over these light blocks. I don't know if I'll have them on the floor. Again, I have no idea finally how this lighting is gonna work.
Hey.
I like this though, with just a little bit of an area here. I think just keeping it the stone there is fine. For a little bit of that, but yeah. You too, Sue. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think so far? Look at it from up by the stairs. That's kind of cool. And even the way the stairs are oriented, just to go down into the game room. Place a mannequin at the start, throwing an axe. I hope to. Yeah, I really want to try that. Same thing as what I did with the bowling guy here. So yeah, I want to try that. That'd be cool. Put it right like here or something, and have it throw an axe. Yeah, a rustic wood table on the side with some axes. Yes. Like one of the stump tables or something. That, like, over here, I think that'd be cool. And then this would be more of the wall rack, because I can't protrude too much in here. We gotta have some room here for people to stand. Yeah, the mannequin, sort of like the one that's, like, got his hand up high or something, like, in the aiming position, that could totally work. If I could figure out how to glitch a item stand into the hand to hold an axe or something. Yeah. Oh, I love this. These ideas would be great. Wonder if a little end candle could work here. I don't know. That looks cool. Why not? Okay. Yeah, exactly that. Yeah, that mannequin. I think that would be neat. That would be neat. We could even have like a little row of rugs going down here just to walk on or something. But for the most part, it'll remain pretty open. I mean, this is the game room. It won't be like terribly cluttered. And then we could do a clutter sesh for people to come in and, like, you know, put a bunch of tables with like some drinks and decorations and all kinds of stuff to sort of deck out the rest of the brewing area down here. And just like liven up the space a little bit. If I shoot arrows in a target, do they stick? I don't think so. Because I have because you can't, yeah, they don't. I remember trying to do that on the targets in the first little house thing that we come across. I think it's Long Keep. They have the targets. They have arrows stuck in them, but it's not like Valheim where you can go up and like see your arrows stuck in it and retrieve them. But yeah. Oh, I think this is great. Thank you all for the ideas. This is really cool. I love what we've got going here. These blue blocks, I don't think I'll have them here in the end. I think they're just I'll have them above and stuff, but it's like they kind of cramp up the section. Maybe in the middle a little bit. We'll see. But yeah, I think we'll figure something out for what to do down here. This may end up being yellow instead of blue blocks under here. We'll see what makes sense. And then, yeah, I think chandeliers going down the middle would be a cool idea. We could try to put those over here. What would one look like? Right? I don't know. About where, what do we have as like a middle streak? Sort of this thing here. Okay. We'll put one here. Yeah. Just a couple going down anyway. That one's in that square. Okay. There, and then put one right here. Yeah, so now it just kind of has a little bit more even lighting, and then of course we'll mess with the whole, you know, stuff that goes on the backlighting and things like that. But yeah, I think this is cool. I think this is really cool so far. We might raise the chandeliers a little bit, kind of like I did outside, but just as kind of a placeholder for now. I think that ends up working out. Yeah, could even do like an end table by the window or something with some stuff or whatever. Because the point is, this room could turn into anything. You know, you could take down the fences and the bowling alley flooring or something, and it could be like a little ballroom or something like that. You know, you could do whatever in there. It's the event room, the game room, I guess. Well, I love what we have so far. I think I'm gonna wrap it up there for the stream today. Just so we can start another one with some fresh ideas and maybe figure out some lighting or start working on like a pool table over here or whatever. If any of you guys have any other ideas in the meantime, feel free to share them in the Discord. Always love seeing ideas and inspiration and everything, or if you just have builds in general, be sure to join that. Yeah, thank you all for joining. It's good to be back and chat with you all again. I've got another Grounded episode. It's the last one in the series, dropping probably tomorrow, Tuesday. And then I'll do like a tour of the Grounded endgame build because we're getting close to being done with that. And then it'll just be a bunch of chill Enshrouded streams, possibly some more Enshrouded builds. We could get working on the blacksmith and carpenter areas down here that I might do as videos. Because we've got, yeah, all these buildings that are unfinished. And then it's just a matter of waiting for the water biome, which it'll be very hard for all of us. Because, yeah, super excited for that. Super excited. So yeah, thank you all for joining. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And have a great rest of your day. All right.